Dang freaking chick. Let's see. See how everybody's doing tonight. How are y'all doing tonight? Hit pause over here. Hope y'all can hear me. I didn't even check to see. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you guys can hear me. Alrighty. Oops, that was not the one I wanted to move. Dang it. Well, this really sucks. Why does it say test? Shouldn't say test. Hey, EFO. Hold on, I gotta change this. I'll be right. Just give me 1 second. What's up, Jim Bob? It's gonna take me a second. I gotta fix something. I don't know why it says test. Maybe I can change it over here. I got kicked off my other channel, so update heading. That's why. Update all. Hopefully it changed now. Hopefully it doesn't just say test. Let me refresh it and see what it says. Good thing we got the backup channel, right? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah, you're there? I see Jim Bob over there. Frickin'. Let me let everybody know how to find me in the chat room. Let's hit copy. This sucks. So now I got to strike for a week just because that freaking transgender person last night got mad at me for sharing their stream. So I got a copyright strike. No warning, no nothing. And I had to go to copyright school. Can you believe that stuff? And I'm going to LA tomorrow to go film for you guys. That's alright. You know what? That'll help me get this channel over 1,000 people. Let me just let everybody know where I am. What a bunch of jerks. So that transgender person got all mad at me for sharing their stream last night. So I think I'm on what do you call it? I guess I got a week. What a bunch of BS, man. This is so BS, right? I get a copyright strike for using this weirdo's thing, but she doesn't get a copyright strike. Or I mean, to the US, what do you call it? USA Today and everybody else that uses my number or my videos, they don't get a copyright strike. But yet I just restream her and I got a copyright strike. Or him, or whatever you want to call this person. Drives me nuts. Actually, you know what? I should change it from test. Let me go and change that word. Boo, boo, boo. So how's everybody doing tonight? I hope you guys are having a good night. Let me switch accounts. Let me change the name of this thing. That's right. Maybe now I'll get some more. If I go live tomorrow from LA on the other channel, maybe I'll get some more people to join that channel. Who knows? Let's see. Go to live. Let me see if I can edit this so it doesn't say test. Friday night live chat at Eddie Block's house. Block Films house. There we go. Let's edit the video before people start saying, Eddie, you're just have a test on there. So now, hopefully I look at it and it'll work. Keyword is hopefully. Let's see. Is it? Yeah, I know that'll be great if Trump makes his platform for everybody. I took screenshots, so let me show you. Let's show you guys what I got. Boo boo boo. Where are my pictures? Display capture image. Here we go. Let me find it now. Can't believe that chick did that. That's a liberal for you. Yeah. They're gonna. My friend's gonna try and help me get it out. Let's see. Let me see if I can find this thing now. Screenshots. That's not where I want to look. I want to look on desktop. All right. So here is what it is. Let me put it on screen for you guys so you guys can see it. See. See if I can make it to the right size so you guys can actually read it. There we go. So it says oh wait, yeah, you're seeing that. It says one copyright strike. A copyright owner asks us to take down your video because they believe it contains material that violates their copyright. As a result, your video was removed from YouTube. Your channel received a strike. If you get 3 copyright strikes, your account, along with any associated channels, will be subject to termination. What you can do nothing. Strikes expire after 90 days as long as you complete copyright school, which I had to do real quick. You request a retraction or submit a counter notification. Deleting the video will not remove the strike. So that's what I've got going on right now, which is stupid. And look, see, it says content used Precious Child live at Los Angeles. So we know it was her or him or whatever you want to call this person. I don't know. So you know what? They can go fuck themselves. How about that? No, the games won't work because it's on the other channel. No games. I gotta pay. Then I'll have to pay Streamlabs. Actually, I don't know. It should work. Try them. You can try the games. I don't know if they'll work. They might. I mean, no, because I'm logged into something. I'm logged into a different name on. Let me take this off. I'm logged into a different account. What the heck? Oh, this one. I'm logged into a different account, so no. Had a horrible day, then you got a surprise in the mail. Oh, good. I'm glad you got the shirt and you like it. Yeah, I saw that. So, yeah, no, the games aren't going to work, guys. No games, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do right now about that, because, well, you know, nothing I can just do. Just nothing I can do. Oh, you want to see? Let me get this, too. Let me show you how also, it tells me their email address. Let's see this one, I think. Yeah, done. Let me post this one. So, see, it says, I've got it too high. Strike added. See the email address? So it even shows their email address. Anyways, nothing I can do. Just bullshit, right? I mean, it's just bullshit. Nothing I can do. What else happened today? We went to the. We're gonna go watch some videos. I guess maybe I'll get a copyright strike on this channel too. You know, it had to be one of her. I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna start trolling that motherfucker from now on and start. You know, reporting him or something. I don't know. We gotta mess with that fucking asshole. Yeah, there's no game. Sorry, guys. No game. No game at all. I do have some good news though. United Airlines called me and they're replacing my scooter completely. So that's good news. You know, that's some good news. So yeah, now you guys are gonna have to talk, right? Everybody's gonna have to talk. But it sucks because now nobody, half the people aren't here. Because what do we have? Let's see how many people we have here right now. We have 13 people here now, which is not bad, I guess. It's not bad, but it's a lot less than we normally get. No, no stalker yet. No stalker yet. That's good. That's good news, right? No stalker yet. Well, I was gonna show you guys. I haven't even seen this because I've been so busy today. I had a couple different things I had to do, and I'm trying to get ready to go to LA tomorrow. But now it's like I don't know if I should, but I'm gonna go on this channel. I can go live on this channel, so at least I think I can. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, right on. So yeah, maybe I'll have to check it out before I leave. I'll have to check it out and see if I can go live on this channel using my phone. We'll have to see. We shall see how that works. But I'll be in LA tomorrow. Oh, I can do it through Prism. I think I can do it through Prism. That'll work. You know, we'll be alright. You know, it's just a setback, right, guys? What am I seeing? Anyways, everyone, every night over 100 likes. I know, right? 100 thumbs up normally. Anyways, you guys want to watch? Let's watch the GOP visit. I haven't seen this yet at all, so let's watch the GOP visit the border with Ted Cruz. Let's see what's going on there, and I'll watch it with you guys. Right, while I'm doing other stuff. What's going on? In LA, I'm going to there's a couple events tomorrow that I'm going to, so it should be fun. Should be real fun. So anyways, why don't we do this? Let's go do that. Let me, now I'm out of it. I was so, like, I'm trying to log, it said you can't, because I'm using my Streamlabs, and it says you can't do it. I'm like, why not? I didn't get an email about a copyright strike, but I guess I did. Chrome, there we go. I haven't set up Chrome yet for tonight. I am way behind, guys. Sorry. There we go. And we are ready to watch it. You guys ready to watch it? Let's watch this.
Fill in here. Maybe we could do some rows too, if that's helpful.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. It's great for Senator Cruz and I to be back in the great state of Texas, and particularly in the beautiful, vibrant, and exciting Rio Grande Valley. We, of course, come here often and value the friendships and the work that we get a chance to do together on a bipartisan basis. Of course, what brings us here now is this immediate humanitarian crisis. The Border Patrol and Health and Human Services, all the government officials tell us they are doing the best they can, but they're being overwhelmed by sheer numbers. And the smugglers and the cartels are doing this on purpose because they know getting paid by the head for as many people as they can get into the country, covering Border Patrol up with children to take care of, taking them off the front line presents an opportunity for them to smuggle drugs, methamphetamine, heroin, and fentanyl into the United States. So we thought it was really important to be able to bring our colleagues from the Senate who are not from border states, who don't get to come here as often as Senator Cruz and I do, to show them this great region. And it's been a wonderful day. We got here last night, had a chance to go out on some nighttime operations with the Border Patrol. But it's great to welcome them. But here's the bottom line. The Border Patrol and Health and Human Services and the non-governmental organizations that are struggling to deal with this flood of humanity tell us they cannot get ahead of this flood of humanity without policy changes in Washington, D.C. The smugglers, the drug runners, they understand our laws and they know how to exploit them to their benefit. So ending catch and release, making sure people with legitimate claims get to present them to an immigration judge, I think should be a priority. And then perhaps we can begin to look at other parts of our broken immigration system. But I'm very proud of the fact that we had such an enthusiastic turnout among all these great colleagues in the United States Senate. I'm glad they're here. I think you'll hear from them. They had a great educational experience. Let me turn it over to my colleague and friend, Senator Cruz.
Thank you, John. It is great to be back in the Rio Grande Valley. It is terrific that John and I were able to bring 18 senators down to Texas, down to the Valley, to see firsthand the crisis that is unfolding here. All of us today witnessed the Biden cages. What is occurring here on the border is heartbreaking, and it is a tragedy. You know, as we stand by the banks of the Rio Grande, we have an army of TV cameras here. It is striking that not a single one of these cameras is allowed in the Donna facility. We requested that media accompany us in the facility. The Biden administration said no. The Trump administration had allowed media inside facilities like that. The Obama administration had allowed media inside facilities like that. The George W. Bush administration had. The Bill Clinton administration had. But the Biden administration wants to hide what is going on here. Not only that, but a number of us took pictures and took videos because the American people have a right to know what is happening here.
Well, I want to see them.
And the Biden administration sent down political handlers to try to keep silent, to try to keep the American people not knowing what's going on. The Donna facility is a giant tent city. Built with a capacity of 250, it has nearly 4,000 people in it. We saw cages after cages after cages of little girls, of little boys, lying side by side, touching each other, covered with reflective emergency blankets. There was no 6-foot space, there was no 3-foot space, there wasn't a 3-inch space between the children lined up one after the other after the other. And children as young as infants. We saw playpens with infants and toddlers playing. We also saw a group of children who just today tested positive for COVID-19. The Donna facility alone reports roughly 10% of the individuals being held there are testing positive for COVID-19. Rates dramatically higher than the U.S. population, and the Biden administration is taking people who are testing positive for COVID-19 and locking them in cages side by side. This is inhumane, it is wrong, and it is the direct consequence of policy decisions by the Biden administration to stop building the wall, to return to catch and release, and to end the stay in Mexico policy.
Build a wall, deport them
A number of
all.
us are releasing those photographs and releasing those videos so the American people can see what's happening here. This needs to stop. It is a crisis, it is a tragedy, and it is a man-made crisis. This was avoidable, this was preventable. And regardless of your party, Republican or Democrat, you should look at what's going on here and say enough is enough, this must stop. John,
Thanks, Ted. Well, I want to thank Ted and John for making this trip available to the rest of us. It was incredibly informative, incredibly instructive, very sobering, and as Ted said, I think really preventable. This shouldn't have happened, and I think one of the lessons we learned is that if you don't build it, they will come. When you don't finish the job and secure the border, you are inviting people into this country. And many of the changes made by the current administration, they were forewarned that this would happen. They were told in advance, this was predictable, that you were going to have thousands of people flooding across the border. And the thing that's probably most concerning, and I say this with all due respect to our Border Patrol folks, is that they spend so much time just taking care of people who come here illegally. They can't stop the bad people, the smugglers, the drug smugglers, the human traffickers. And when you're devoting as much time as they are to taking care and supervising and trying to keep safe all those people who are sitting in these facilities down here, it really is a sad day. We need a change in our policy. I am grateful to the Border Patrol for just the tremendous job that they do. I'm sure it seems like a very thankless job even on a good day, and there aren't many good days when you have thousands of people coming across the border. But we appreciate their work. They're trying to keep our country safe and secure. We need to help them by putting good policies in place and getting away from these failed policies that have been implemented by the Biden administration and that are leading to this crisis on our border. Thanks.
We learned from the Border Patrol that they were asked a long time before the inauguration of the new president their advice on how to handle situations at the borders. We're told that they were advised more than once not to change the Remain in Mexico policy. They didn't take that advice, so we have a crisis at the border because this administration wouldn't listen to the people that had tens and tens and tens of years of experience with the problems here at the border. So this crisis is because this administration would not listen to good advice. And it's become a national security problem, a law enforcement problem, a humanitarian problem, and a lot of other things as well. And yet, they want an immigration bill passed. How can you pass an immigration bill when you have an open border? If they want to accomplish anything on immigration and I want to help them, it would be secure the border. You got to stop the bleeding before you can take care of the problem. Thank you.
I'm John Barrasso, Senator from the state of Wyoming. We came here for a number of reasons. Number one, we wanted to thank the Border Patrol for the job they do every day and every night. We met with them last night and went on midnight patrol with them. They told us their job got a lot harder on January 20th, the day that Joe Biden became president of the United States. As we were with them last night in the darkness across the river, we could see the traffickers and the coyotes and the smugglers on the other side of the river with their bright lights, almost as bright as that television light right there. And they were taunting our border agents, saying, "You cannot stop us now." That's what our agents are up against as a result of the policies of the Biden administration. Today we went to the Donna facility, and what we saw were young people crammed in like sardines, something none of us would want for any of our own children. And as we tried and did video what was happening there to share with the country and the world, the Biden administration censors tried to stop us. Yesterday, President Biden held a press conference, and he said that the great majority of families who come here illegally are being sent back. That's not true, and either he doesn't know it or won't admit it to the American people. The Border Patrol will tell you it's not true. The senators who are here today will tell you it's not true. The men and women in the field will tell you it's not true. It's time to let the press in to see what is happening and the tragedy that this administration has brought on to our nation.
Mike Braun from Indiana, hundreds of miles away. We see all this on our own TV sets back home, and there's no substitute for being here. This was an unforced error on the part of the Biden administration, and when you look at what underpins it, it's that caustic political environment we've got, that if one side is doing it, and it happens to be going well, the other side wants to undo it. And that moment I'll take back, that I'll never forget, is what Senator Barrasso just talked about. To think that you got the brazen statement when we're there, when the Border Patrol is there at midnight, that they're going to keep coming and they're going to get the best of us. That is a sad situation, and I'm hoping that there's enough political will on the other side of the aisle to do what they should have done in the first place, and that's not to try to fix something that wasn't broken and go back to what is working. And you can tell just today in daylight, helicopters, state trooper boats, Border Patrol, and there was something that just happened between when we went upriver and back. That's how tough it is.
I'm Dan Sullivan from the great state of Alaska. I am literally thousands of miles from home. But this is important to my state for a whole host of reasons. The number one thing I've taken out of this trip, and I want to thank Ted Cruz and John Cornyn again, is the President of the United States and the Vice President of the United States need to do what we just did. They need to come down here, they need to listen, and they need to learn. Here's what I've learned. We have an upside-down border policy in America. What do I mean? We have open borders on the southern border. There's no doubt. And by the way, the people coming in who are released immediately almost, they're not tested at all. Open borders, no testing for COVID. For the southern border. For the northern border, we have closed borders. My state is facing an economic catastrophe, the great state of Alaska. People want to come travel there even after being vaccinated, and we have that border closed. What we need is the opposite. A closed border here for the time being, and an open border on the northern border. That's what the president, vice president will learn if they come down here like we did and learn from the people.
So Ted and John, this is the most informative trip I've ever taken, and that's saying a lot. Why are 18 senators here? Because it's the biggest issue facing the country in many ways right now. So what have I learned? They knew. If the Trump administration had been told something and they did the opposite and it blew up in their face, everybody would be asking the Trump administration, what did you know and when did you know it? So I'm going to help you here with your reporting. Mr. Hastings, who's a 2-star Border Patrol leader, told us that he briefed transition members of the Biden administration as to what would happen if you do away with the Remain in Mexico policy. He told us they briefed the Biden administration what would happen if you changed the Title 42 laws to allow unaccompanied children to come here and not be sent back home. Everything they said would happen happened. So if you don't do it, I'm going to do it. I'm going to find out who he talked to and memorialize that conversation and hold them accountable, because they knew, and when they say this is Trump problem, they're lying. This is a problem of their own making. What else have I learned? That Joe Biden, the president, made the problem worse yesterday. This was a nightmare press conference. He told everybody, don't worry, we got crowded facilities. We're going to build 5,000 more beds in Texas at a military base. So how does that play in Central America? They're going to expand the number of people they can take. He said when a child has a phone number on their wrist, we're going to call the family member and unite that family. This is uniting illegal immigration. So the last thing I learned is that we're complicit as a nation in human trafficking. What did we learn last night? There's a trail on our side of the border with markers placed by the federal government to show illegal immigrants where to go. That we're transporting people who pay to get here the last mile with your taxpayer dollar. It's costing about $800 a day per child. If we don't change the pull factors, go back to the Remain in Mexico policy where they can't apply for asylum here, send the unaccompanied minor children back to their home country, there will be 250,000 people a month coming. The Border Patrol said there is no end to this. So Vice President Harris, this is your job to fix. I promise you I will work with you, but you cannot possibly understand your job unless you come here. The last thing we're going to do is introduce a resolution praising the men and women of the Border Patrol and the Customs Department. I've been to Iraq and Afghanistan 56 times. Our soldiers serve in incredibly tough conditions. What we're asking the men and women of the Border Patrol to do is inhumane. They have to deal with things that I don't know how they make it through the day. I don't know how their families stay together. So we owe it to them. Finally, the president said, I'm not going to apologize to anybody about my policies. Mr. President, you need to apologize to those whose job it is to secure the country for making their job impossible. And most importantly, you need to change.
I'd like to follow Lindsay and tell you what I learned. First of all, that those signs that he was talking about, it's a big old yellow arrow. I called it the Biden arrow, showing illegal immigrants how to come into this country. But I've been down the border a number of times during multiple surges, 2015, 2018, 2019. Back in 2018, 2019, the big issue was we didn't have the facilities. We were overwhelmed, and so we couldn't follow the law and release unaccompanied children in the hands of HHS within 72 hours. It was taking 7 days, sometimes 10 days, and that was a big issue. And we were all wondering, how could we solve that problem? What I found out last night, that's not a problem right now, because the Biden administration has set a goal for Customs and Border Patrol to process and release people in an 8-hour time frame. 8 hours. That's not even a speed bump. It's a go slow zone on a path to illegal entry into this country. And it's facilitating untold inhumanity. I came here a little bit late. I don't know that anybody mentioned the fact that we had to slow down because there was a dead body in the water. Just upstream here. There's nothing humane about that treatment. Nothing whatsoever. My final point is because Vice President Harris served on my committee. I saw how she asked questions of federal law enforcement, these people that we do need to thank, and thank their families for their service and sacrifice. She was never interested in securing the border. Instead, what she did is she actually compared a federal law enforcement agency, ICE, to the Ku Klux Klan. Now, that is the person President Biden has put in charge of solving this problem. How can you do that when you have to rely on the brave men and women of federal law enforcement? You're putting in charge of the effort. Somebody who has compared your efforts to the Ku Klux Klan? I just don't get it. This is so sad coming down here. Before I came down, somebody asked me, what do you expect to see? I said I expect to experience deja vu. I did to a certain extent, but I saw something far, far worse. This is sad. This is depressing. This didn't have to happen. This is a self-inflicted wound on our nation, and I just do not believe the Biden administration is up to the task of fixing it unless they completely change stripes here. This is sad. This is a tragedy.
There's a word for what's happening at our border. It's insanity. Every day, thousands of migrants are racing towards our border. Yet those migrants are not running away from Border Patrol officers. They're running to the Border Patrol officers because they know, and their smugglers and their traffickers know, that they can game our asylum system. They can be released into the country in a matter of days, sometimes a matter of hours, and they will never have to go back to their home country. Meanwhile, the brave men and women of our Border Patrol who signed up to be law enforcement officers are compelled to be social workers, babysitters, and cafeteria workers. The madness needs to stop, and there's only one way to stop it. It's for Joe Biden to say, do not leave your home. Do not come to our country. If you do, you will not get in, and we will send you home. And until Joe Biden says that, the madness will continue. Hardworking taxpayers will be forced to spend billions on this crisis. Drugs will continue to flow into our country and devastate American families. Our borders will be wide open to potential terrorists. Madness has to stop.
I'm John Hoven from North Dakota. What a difference between the northern border and the southern border. I want to thank John and Ted for bringing us down here. There's 18 senators here. And what we're trying to accomplish is we want the American people to understand what's going on here. We just want the American people to understand what's going on here, because if they do, they'll say, no, this has to stop right now. You have to change this right now. As we said, we just came by a dead body in the water, just coming back to this press conference. Last night when we landed, we went with the Border Patrol out and saw where the migrants are coming across the river, coming up trails, and they're being, in essence, processed under a bridge. Is that how we do things in America now? We have people streaming in illegally, children, women and children. We just let them come in, and we process them under a bridge in the middle of the night, and we won't let the American people see it? We won't let senators take a picture of it? Is that how we do things in America now? You see, I think if the American people understand what's going on, they're going to say, no, you change this right now. And that's what this is about. Today, we go to the Donna Processing Center. It's a tent. It's a big tent. How many of you been in there? I guess not, right? Well, we're in there today. And why aren't you in there? What's going on? It's a big tent with COVID protocols. They're supposed to have a maximum of 250 people in there. 250 with COVID protocols. Without COVID protocols, a maximum of 1,000 people. How many are in there today? 4,200. And in this sector alone, 3,000 people a day are coming across every single day. We asked the Customs and Border Protection, the Border Patrol professionals, what do you need to stop this so you can get on top of it, so you can do your job? What has to happen? What's the number 1 and 2 things? They said, look, if you reinstate the Remain in Mexico and the safe third country approaches, we can get on top of this right now. That's what needs to happen, and that needs to happen right now. And then, as Senator Grassley said, and others have said, then let's figure out how we do address immigration in an intelligent and a humane way. But it starts with the American people understanding what's going on right now and us changing it. Thank you.
I'm Cindy Hyde-Smith from Mississippi, and the men you see behind me, they're here to help us solve a problem. I'm here to help us solve a problem. We have talked to these Border Patrols, and they have told us how overwhelmed they are, how overcapacitated they are. These guys have a hard job, and you know, they were just beginning to get a little relief before these policies changed. They were just about to be able to say we've got a handle on most of this just before these policies changed. I'm a mother. I have a daughter. And after visiting where these kids are being kept that are close to my daughter's age, the stories we are hearing are beyond horrifying that's happening to these young girls. We have a job to do. We've got to go back to D.C. Not only do we have to save this border, we've got to save this country.
Heck yeah.
Tom Tellis from North Carolina. A lot of my colleagues have covered the tragedy here. Can you imagine how any president or vice president, given the facts that we presented here, and these are facts, ladies and gentlemen, you can go out to our websites, and I hope that you will, and share this information with the American people. 2-year-old and 3-year-old children sitting alone at a bench unaccompanied. They called them playpens, but they were actually holding areas for little babies. I've got pictures. My colleagues have pictures. Go out there, report this to the American people, and maybe the president will take notice. And the next time Vice President Harris is asked if she's coming to the border, instead of laughing and saying, not today, get down here, get informed, and recognize you've got a crisis and it's on you to fix it. And we stand ready to help.
My name is Mike Lee. I'm a senator from Utah. I'm about 1,500 miles from home. But in a sense, I feel at home here. I spent 2 years living here as a young man in the early 1990s. I learned to love the Rio Grande Valley as it were my own home, but in many ways, my heart is still here. I don't think I ever imagined back then, spending time as I did, hanging out in this very park, that one day I'd come back here as one of 18 U.S. senators, touring facilities along the U.S. border with this kind of misfortune, with this kind of deliberateness in bad public policy. We're a nation of laws. We're a nation of immigrants. We need to be both. We don't have to choose between one and the other. In fact, we know from sad experience that if we cease to be either, we will cease to be both. It was a tragically moving experience, one that I hope each and every one of you, as members of the news media, will have, as painful as it is, to have the visits that we've had over the last 18 hours with the poor men, women, and children, especially the women and children who have come across, who have been trafficked, 30% of whom are estimated to have been subjected to sexual assault in the journey. Meanwhile, over the last month, it's been estimated that these drug cartels are making $14 million every single week, smuggling them, abusing them, and contributing to an environment of lawlessness. Lawlessness is not compassion. Open borders is not an answer to enabling a thriving of the human condition. Somos una nación de leyes. También somos una nación de inmigrantes. Podemos ser los dos. Debemos de ser los dos.
I'm Senator Steve Daines from Montana. You might ask, what's a Montanan doing here in the southern border? Well, I represent a state, a northern border state, that has a southern border crisis. What we haven't talked much about yet today in this press conference is what's going on with the drugs pouring across the southern border. It's a zero-sum game down here in terms of what's going on with our Border Patrol. They have a limited number of resources. In fact, we've deployed some of our northern border resources here to help out the southern border. For every hour they spend processing the flood of illegal immigrants coming across the border is an hour that is taken away from being in the front lines defending our country and stopping the flood of Mexican meth, Mexican heroin, Mexican fentanyl. 20 years ago in Montana, meth was homemade. It was homegrown. And it had purity levels less than 30%. Today, the meth that is getting into Montana is Mexican cartel. It has purities north of 95%. Far more dangerous, far more addictive, and it's less expensive because they're producing so much of it and then shipping it into our country. I spoke to one of my county sheriffs in Montana 48 hours ago. He told me he was holding 7 Mexican cartel members in his jail in Montana in the last couple of weeks. We have MS-13 gang members in Montana. So this is an issue that affects a northern border state like Montana. And finally, Montanans are scratching their heads. They're asking, where's the common sense when a U.S. citizen, if they leave the country and want to come back in, you have to produce a passport and a COVID test result. That's not true right now on the southern border. And we're scratching our heads and asking why.
I'm James Langford from Oklahoma. I know why President Biden doesn't want the media to be here. Because we do have an open border. Last night when we stood under that bridge, we watched as families, if you had a 6-year-old or younger come in, within hours you were processed and released into the country. If you were an unaccompanied minor, you were sent over to the Donna facility, which we went and visited. That facility, just in one of the pods that I stood in, is designed for 80 people in that pod, and they had 709 people in that pod when we were there. Literally wall to wall in every one of the plexiglass little cells that they have, and then people flooding out into the hallway in between them. 709 people in a pod set up for 80. So that's what happens to the unaccompanied minors. Families are released into the country immediately. And for single adults that are crossing the border, here's the basic thing that's occurring, and everyone down here knows it, and so do the cartels. They'll release 100 or more adults to be able to go one direction, while 100 or more children and families go a different direction. They turn themselves in, which means Border Patrol has to move to that spot, leaving the rest of the border open for adults with criminal records and others to be able to come across. That is the definition of an open border. Removing the security from one area and making sure that people can cross in that area, and allowing 50% of our Border Patrol to have to be used to do input and data processing. To be able to come and see this wall under construction and to see what wall construction stopping really looks like. Open gates with no power on it, so farmers can't come back and forth. Open gates where they have to actually station somebody from the Border Patrol just to be able to sit at that gate. Haven't put in the technology, no cameras, no lights, no ground sensing technology, and worst of all of it, the area where the levee that protects all these cities and communities, the levee is taken down to be able to start putting in the concrete levee, and for more than 10 miles, those areas are now unprotected with no levee at all. So now we have a hazard this fall when the rainy season comes in this area, and the possibility of a hurricane, because construction on the wall is stopped, which means construction on the levee has also stopped as well. This is nonsensical what we're seeing in policy, and we saw none of this just 3 months ago. None of this flood was occurring at that time. None of the problems with construction were happening at that time, and we did not see the humanitarian crisis happening at that time. This is something that needs to be addressed and can be addressed by President Biden, but it was very clear when we got here, there's a reason why he doesn't want the press to be here.
I'm sorry that they won't allow you to see what we saw. I'm not sure there are words in English to describe it. If you talk to the Border Patrol agents, those women and men will tell you that what President Biden is doing is bone deep down to the marrow stupid. They want to go back to the border practices and the border security that existed on the day that President Biden was inaugurated. Now, President Biden and Vice President Harris need to come down here. I don't mean any disrespect, and I'm not trying to tell them how to do their jobs, but they need to come down here. Because it became clear to me today that there are either one or two things going on here. Either President Biden believes in open borders. You do, after all, have to watch what politicians do, not what they say. Or the people that President Biden has put in charge to make border security policy are not qualified to manage a food truck.
Thank you very much. Coach Tommy Tuberville from state of Alabama. Spent a lot of time down here recruiting the Rio Grande Valley as a football coach. I've seen things happen down here for years. I'm just an American. I believe in this country. I can put one word to this. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for the taxpayers of this country, what I've seen the last 24 hours. It brings tears to your eyes to see what's happened. And let me tell you something, this ain't a Democrat or Republican problem. This is an American problem. For years, we've been kicking the can down the road as a federal government, not taking care of this border, and we should have. We finally elected a president in Donald Trump because he got elected because he said he was going to fix it. And he was trying to fix it. And he was unelected. Now we've had a guy come in. Let's change it all. Border Patrol says, just give us a game plan. Don't do anything. Please don't do anything until you tell us what you're going to do so we can prepare. They didn't give them any preparation. They changed it. And what a mess. What a complete mess. It is, like I said, it is embarrassing that we have let down the American taxpayer, we've let down the people of Mexico, and we've let down the people of South America, that we put them through this. And if we don't change it, folks, like you just heard from everybody here, I'm the last one. If we don't change it, it is going to get 10 times worse. You're going to have thousands of people die, and you're going to ruin a country that was built on loyalty, dedication, and compassion. But this country ain't strong enough to withstand what's getting ready to happen. They need to let y'all in so you can report it. And I hope to God y'all report what you see if they let you in. Thank you very much.
Hell of a job, Tuberville.
All right, we'll take a couple of questions.
Wish we could hear her question.
According to Customs and Border Protection, were more than 144,000 in fiscal year 2019, and I do have it to go right here. That's exponentially higher than fiscal year 2014, 15, and so on. So my question is was it a crisis in 2019, and is there
So it was a crisis in 2019, and President Trump tried very hard to solve it. He tried to work with Congress. He tried to work in a bipartisan manner. A number of us here were working very closely with President Trump to solve it. There was a court decision called the Flores decision that was mandating the release of children and family units, which was in turn serving as a magnet for bringing more and more children, putting them in harm's way, causing them to be abused, sexually abused, and physically abused by human traffickers. And President Trump tried to work with Congress to fix it, and congressional Democrats had zero interest in fixing it. They said they would not work to do anything. And I'll tell you what turned it around in 2019 is the president negotiated a deal, the Remain in Mexico policy, with the government of Mexico. It was a landmark deal that provided that when people came illegally from Central America through Mexico and they applied for asylum in the United States, that they would remain in Mexico while the matter was proceeding. And that caused the numbers to drop, and drop dramatically. Last year, we had the lowest level of illegal immigration in 45 years. It worked. The policies were working. And what did Joe Biden do? He came in and immediately tore up this international agreement with the government of Mexico. And he has caused, last month, we had 100,000 people intercepted illegally coming into this country. This month, we're on path to have 140,000 people intercepted. There are 15,000 children in custody right now, and those numbers are rising, and they are rising because of the Biden administration's mistakes.
We got time for 2 more questions.
For decades, Republicans have blocked any effort of meaningful, comprehensive reform on immigration. For decades, all of them. People aren't going to want to stop coming to this country. They clearly do. Quite rightly, everyone here is proud that America is a nation of immigrants. So what are you going to do to solve this challenge long term?
Well, the premise of your question isn't right. We are a nation of immigrants. That is absolutely right. My father came to America from Cuba in 1957. He was 18 and he couldn't speak English. He had $100 in his underwear. We're a nation that is built by people coming here seeking freedom. And there's no nation on earth that is more generous, more welcoming to immigrants than the United States of America. But there's a right way to come. The right way to come is legally, following the rules, following the rule of law, coming here legally. The wrong way to come is putting children in the custody of human traffickers. These are vicious transnational criminals. As several folks told you, we just saw a dead body floating on the Rio Grande coming by of someone who died crossing, no doubt, with a trafficker. This is inhumane, what is going on, and the Democrats have made decisions. Joe Biden and the Biden administration have made decisions that are causing these people to suffer, and to do this in a pandemic is particularly irresponsible. In Harlingen, the illegal immigrants being released are testing positive for COVID-19 at a rate 7 times higher than the U.S. population. This makes no sense.
Just very quickly, instead of asking a Republican or a Democrat, why don't you ask the people in charge of policing the border what the problem is? Rather than making a political statement and a question, why don't you walk right over there and ask the guy, what the hell happened? We got a chart, I'll give it to you. This was June, right here. See this spike? It was big. What did Trump do? He told Mexico, we're going to put tariffs on all your products unless you allow us to have asylum seekers stay in Mexico. What happened? It went down to a 45-year low because nobody's going to pay $20,000 to come to Mexico and wait for 4 years. The day the first plane load of kids went back to Central America, the unaccompanied minor problem went to a 45-year low. So why don't you do your job as a reporter and ask the professionals what the hell has happened in the last couple of months, and they will tell you. They told the Biden administration, if you do what you're planning, we're going to lose control of the border. They were right. I want to know who they told, and I want those people to be held accountable. I'm not going to give this up. I voted for every comprehensive immigration bill that's ever come out of the United States Senate. It is impossible for me to sit down with Dick Durbin and negotiate any solution to people already here, because if you legalize one person until you fix this problem, you're going to have a human tsunami. It will be another signal there, come to America, welcome. Don't ask us, we're politicians. Ask these people over here what has happened, why have they lost control of the border, and they will tell you.
Go for it. Good. All right, Senator Johnson.
I missed the first part of your question.
Sure. Biden's transition team alleged the Trump admin delayed action on the migrant surge for months, even though it was warned. So my question is,
Lindsay, give me my graph.
did you hear about this warning, and should Trump not assume some responsibility for this crisis?
Why don't you ask the people who did the briefing?
Yeah, so let me, first of all, I really don't even understand the premise of your question. I've been working on this chart for a couple of years. It shows cause and effect. I will send it to all of your offices. And again, the fact of the matter is yes, there's a huge surge for a number of reasons. Deferred action on childhood arrivals. You had the Flores reinterpretation where it applied to not only unaccompanied children, but accompanied children. There are a number of things that caused this crisis, and then President Trump and his administration fixed the problem. That's the point we're trying to make. And rather than following those policies where we basically had this under control so we could take the next step, we were controlling the border, we could finish the fence. We were so close to taking that first step of having a secure border so we could address comprehensive immigration reform. Instead, President Biden ignored the advice of professionals, blew up all of these reforms, and now we've got this crisis, which is far worse today than it was even in 2019. We've had a day of over 6,000 people. 6,000 people. That's more than a caravan. That's a large caravan per day. How do you handle that? Put yourself in the men and women's shoes here that have to deal with this. How do you handle 6,000 people a day? Come on, it's a crisis.
Yeah.
Hold up a second. You can finish. Hold up.
Is it now time to pursue a more comprehensive? I know you're co-sponsoring the Secure Protect Act. If you think we should do a more comprehensive immigration reform.
Well, absolutely, but the table stakes are here. Exactly what Lindsay said. The reason that President Trump did have a crisis, to the first question asked, created by a court decision, he fixed it. Well, we just had a meeting just last week with Democrat members. Lindsay and I were there and other members. And we said, if you want to talk about immigration reform, we're prepared to. We have a crisis at the border. We have to understand, again, listening to what the folks on the ground are telling us and making sure that we have policies that secure this border. You cannot possibly have a credible immigration reform proposal in Congress until you fix this crisis down here.
Thank you all.
Senator, hold on a sec. Senator Cruz and I are enormously grateful to all of our colleagues who came down here with us about 18 hours ago, and you've heard their remarks and answered your questions. Many of them have to catch an airplane to leave, but some of them may be able to hang around, so you might be able to catch them on a one-to-one basis. But thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.
Thank you, press.
Yeah, no.
All right, there you go. There you guys go. Let's see. Let's go see what Wolf Neve is up to. Because he was trying to tell me how to fight this copyright strike so I can possibly get my channel back. Are they live right now? Nope. Noper dopers. Let's see. Are they? I don't know, buddy. I don't know why they're wearing masks. No, I guess he's not live right now. That's why he was answering his text. So let's see. What did I have in store for today? Oh, let's go to Twitter real quick and we can look at. Because Cruz has some videos on there. I don't know why they're wearing masks, because they're liberal media, probably, right? Let's see. Sorry, I can't. This is just bugging me about getting a strike. This was taken by Ted Cruz's phone. You can't even move. There's so many people in there. Look at that. They're laying right next to each other. That's pretty bad. Let's see. He's got more. That was just that part. I think he had some more stuff in here. Yeah, here we go.
So it's past midnight. I'm standing on the shore of the Rio Grande. The water is right behind me. I'm down the Texas border along with 18 senators. We made the trip to see the crisis that is playing out. We've already gone to detention facilities that are overrun, many of them with families, small children. We saw multiple mothers who were nursing infant babies who had just crossed over and were being housed in outdoor holding pens where they were sleeping on the floor and nursing their babies. So
pretty crazy, guys. Pretty freaking crazy, huh? Pretty sad and pretty crazy, I should say. You know what? Let's do something to make let's do something funny to kind of change the mood for a minute. Let's do a gas station encounters. Let me switch accounts because yeah, I'm on the wrong account. That way, we know which ones we've seen and which ones we haven't. Let's see. Oh yeah, I guess so. Will got a strike too yesterday. So I guess everybody just getting strikes right now. We're all about to get kicked off. But it's alright. YouTube doesn't care. Twitter doesn't care. Let's see. There's no new ones, right? Oh, wait. This is a brand... Oh, we got a brand spanking new one.
Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is.
Big Trip Collaboration!
That's right. Now, we're going to be paying attention to this little rascal who just pulled up on his bicycle. Now, he's going to walk into the store, and he's going to look up at the counter, obviously. Now, he just realized that his pants are falling down, so he's going to pull those bad boys up, and he's going to make his way towards the coolers so that he can find a delicious beverage.
Look at all these delicious beverages. Which one do I want? Maybe a juice? No, I think I'll go with the milk.
So he's going to reach in there and he's going to pull out a pint of milk and he's just going to slip it into his pocket.
I just seen that, yep. Roll it back, Jilly. You got the ATM. Or that thing.
Uh-oh, looks like a couple professional cashiers are working. So he's going to make his way back towards the front so he can ask a stupid question.
Nah, bro, hey, man, I seen you put something in your pocket there, bro. This is dirty, yeah. Drink in there? The other pocket, bro. I just seen it on camera, you stuck something in there. You want to just put it on the counter? Thank you, man. Have a good day. Okay.
Well, looks like the ask a stupid question before you leave the building technique did not work today. So he's just going to jump onto his little bicycle and he's going to pedal away. Shake!
Let me see. Telegram's working. I think so. Let me try it. Yeah, it's working. Telegram is working. Alright, let's do some news. You know, I don't think I'm going to go to LA now. It's not worth me going there filming and spending a couple $100 to get there and everything. Just for, you know, if I can't stream on my normal channel. Alright. GOP senators hold press briefing on Biden border crisis. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Wrong spot. Here we go. Delete that before I forget. The Senate Republican delegation toured the Rio Grande River along the southern border to witness the border crisis by Biden firsthand. On Friday, the group of 18 GOP senators went on ride-alongs with Customs and Border Protection as Joe Biden continues to be vague on when he will visit the border to see the migrant surge himself. Let's see. Texas Senators John Cornyn and Ted Cruz led the delegation on private tours of the Donna, Texas migrant facility. The two criticized the White House for continuing to deny access with COVID-19. Here, we got a video we can watch. Let's see this one. Look how fat that thing is. I don't see any social distancing there. Nobody's wearing masks. I guess some of them are. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad looking, if you ask me. Let me make it smaller again. The lawmaker said the humanitarian crisis was a direct result of Biden's decision to end Trump-era border policies. The Border Patrol and Health and Human Services and the non-governmental organizations that are struggling to deal with the flood of humanity tell us they cannot get ahead of this flood of humanity without policy changes in Washington, D.C. The smugglers, the drug runners, they understand our laws and they know how to exploit them to their benefit. So in the end, catch and release, making sure the people with legitimate claims get to be present or get to present them to an immigration judge, I think should be a priority. And then perhaps we can begin to look at other parts of our broken immigration system. Let's see. Let's see what they're saying here. I don't want to do that, but we'll do it.
Because each cartel holds a different segment of
you can't hear it.
And we face different threats. I want to talk to you real quick, and then I'm going to get you to questions. Solutions. I want to be solutions.
No wonder they're getting so big. All they do is eat.
To talk about problems, it's easy to define problems. It's hard to come up with solutions. It's really simple. Across borders, because each cartel.
Thank you, Trade for Trump. I've been doing my best to lose my weight. I think I'm doing pretty decent. I think I'm doing pretty good. The Biden administration is taking people who are testing positive for COVID-19 and locking them in cages side by side. And you just saw people with no masks in there. What's up, Dave? There are over 10% of the illegals tested positive. That's exactly right, Dave. Over 10% of the people that are getting tested have COVID. And they just stick them right back in there. This is inhumane. It is wrong and it is a direct consequence of policy decisions by the Biden administration to stop building the wall, to return to catch and release, and end up to stay in Mexico policy. Like they say, like my buddy says, build the wall to port them all. Let's see what this is.
Thank you, John. It is great.
Oh, we already saw that. We just watched that a minute ago. This came amid reports that more than 16,000 unaccompanied minors were in federal custody as of Thursday, with about 5,000 in substandard facilities. I was watching Crowder the other day, and what was it? The numbers from what kind of numbers it was? I'm trying to remember, but it was some kind of numbers about the border. And President Trump, over the last 3 months, only had 10 people. It was 10 or something, and then Joe Biden had 10,000 in less than 1 month. I forget. I gotta remember what the heck it was. That's your city, McAllen, Texas. What's McAllen like? Is it good? I'm moving to Texas. I just don't know where yet. No, Boris, I bet you MSN, none of them covered it. Former Ambassador Haley blasts Biden over China comments. What comments did he make about China now? Former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley came down on Joe Biden after he made comments regarding China during his first press conference. In a tweet on Thursday, Haley said Biden doesn't think it's necessary to criticize China for wanting to become the most powerful country in the world. This, she said, as China is actively committing genocide. Haley added his weak leadership is going to have disastrous effects on the American future. China has an overall goal, and I don't criticize them for the goal, Biden said, but they have an overall goal to become the leading country in the world, the wealthiest country in the world, and the most powerful in the country in the world. Well, they own half of America, right? They own half of America. You know, I was thinking, I worked in Dallas, David, and I was thinking Dallas so I can have like a little bit of a big city, you know, near me, or like Dallas, maybe Garland, or somewhere where it's like cheaper over there. Who knows? Las Colinas, but I think that's all. Hey, get out of the trash. Little brats. You guys want some dogs? Anybody want some dogs? Let's see. President Trump, Biden border policy outrageous. This is going to be on the border today, it looks like. Joe Biden finally met the media, but his debut press conference raised eyebrows and prompted a response from his predecessor. President Trump pushed back against claims made by during Biden's first press briefing. In an interview Thursday, I can't talk today. In an interview Thursday, the 45th president refuted accusations he left children starving on the Mexican side of the border. He also said it's just the opposite and argued he made sure unaccompanied minors were taken care of. President Trump then touted his Remain in Mexico policy, which prevented major backups, and said very few people tried to cross because they knew they weren't going to get through. He asserted that what Democrats are doing now is outrageous and urged Biden to finish the wall. Like I keep saying, build the wall, deport them all. The 45th president said Biden won't allow the media to see firsthand the crisis at the border. He also criticized reporters at Biden's press conference for seemingly taking it easy on him. President Trump said it seemed like Biden's staff was ready to rip the microphone away if anybody tried to ask a selfish or difficult question. I think so. Meanwhile, photos taken during Joe Biden's first formal press conference revealed a pile of papers, including photos and names of reporters. Following his short comments to reporters Thursday, Biden took questions from the small group in the room, referring to note cards with prepared statistics and talking points. Biden also appeared to have been given a list of reporters and their photos in order to know who they are to address, which numbers circled next to several journalists' names despite having 65 days. And you know what? Somebody sent that to me today. So you know what? Let me show you guys real quick. Let me download them real quick. Here we go, I think. Yep, here we go. Transfer that to Eddie's iMac MacBook Pro. And the next one. Alright, it should be on my computer now. Let's go here. Go browse. You guys want to see these bad boys? Downloads. Alrighty, let's put this up on the screen for you. Wham, bam, thank you, man. Let's make it all the way bigger so you guys can see it. So remember those cards when I was saying I wonder what's on those cards last night? Well, a lovely viewer sent this to me. Look, it says the president. Infrastructure. The United States now ranks 13th globally in infrastructure. China spends 3 times more in infrastructure than U.S. Bridges. Now you know why he talked about infrastructure when nobody asked him about it. Right? But that's not all. I got another. They sent me a second picture. Which is... Where are you, second picture? Where are you? Did you not show up? It's not that one. It's not Johnny Yuma. Well, Johnny Yuma, I still got your picture up on my thing. I got a couple pictures of you here, Johnny. Alright, hold on. Let me try and send that one again. Let's try and send this one again. Alright, now I see it popping. It looked like it popped up. Where'd it go? Here we go. Now here's the other one. Let me see if I can make this even bigger for you so you guys can really see it. Because if you see it really big... See, he's got the number 9 for this person. Ask him the 9th question and his photo. Then this person gets the first question. What's the F there for? I don't get what that's there for. There's a 5th question. But yeah, so he's got the photos of them. Right? Are you that dumb, Joe? You gotta figure that out by yourself. What's up, Carla and company? What's going on? So yeah. That's what he had. That's what he had. Crazy Joe Biden. Crazy Joe. Crazy Joe. Remember, what was that movie? I'm trying to think of the movie. Crazy Joe. They call you Crazy Joe. Well, you know what? Now they can call me Batman. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not Lawrence Fish. I always get... Not Lawrence Fishburne. You guys know who I'm talking about. He was God. He played God. Oh my gosh. It's not Samuel L. Jackson. Why can't I think of this guy's name? You know who all, you know who I'm talking about. What's his name? With all the, oh my gosh, he's very conservative. Yeah, it was Stand By Me, George. That's the movie. Stand By Me. Remember when he locked the students in so the drug dealers couldn't come in, and Morgan Freeman, thank you. Why can't I not remember that freaking name? Oh my gosh. I don't know why I can't remember that name. But yes, Morgan Freeman. Remember that movie? You know, he's trying to protect his kids, so he locks the doors, and then he's out there with his bat, and they're like, he's like, that's why they call you Crazy Joe. He's like, well, you can call me Batman from now on. He's not that conservative. He's for being a Hollywood film star, he is very good. Was it Lean On Me? Oh, wait, let's see. There was, what movie did that other person, the last person, say? Stand By. Oh yeah, Stand By Me is the old movie with long time ago. That was the one where the kids are on the train tracks and they find the dead body. Yeah, you're right, Andy. It is Lean On Me. Lean On Me. That's right. Alright. We're wrong. Sometimes we're wrong. It's alright. Don't jump down our throats. Don't jump down. Yeah, Wesley Crusher. We wound up with Wesley Crusher. Haven't you seen Big Bang Theory? You know, he turned out to be an alright dude in Big Bang Theory. You know, him and Sheldon finally became friends. Wesley Crusher. Anyways. We all make mistakes. Hell, I married a nasty woman. Right? Speaking of that, Thursday is not going to be a good day for Eddie. Not going to be a good day. Or is it Thursday? What day is the 1st? Is the 1st on Thursday? On April Fool's Day, I have to go sit in a courtroom and argue. Well, not argue. I'm going to be quiet. I got a lawyer. But I got to sit there and look at my despicable ex-wife, who I really don't want to go see. But now I got to sit in a courtroom and be real close to this person just to get this divorce over because they won't sign the divorce paperwork. Just sign the paperwork. Just sign it. That's all you gotta do. But no, they don't want to sign the freaking paperwork. Oh my gosh. Not fun. So now I gotta go sit in court, and my lawyer already says, well, your wife's not gonna settle for anything because your wife wants like a ton of money, which is bullshit because she's not gonna get it. So we're gonna have to go through the whole process and go to the judge. And now that means I just gotta pay my attorney more because you know she gets paid by the hour, right? And they're not cheap. They're not cheap at all. And when my buddy said, I can get you this lawyer, it'll cost you $2,500. He'll be real cheap, but you get what you pay for. He said, or you can get this lady, and she's the meanest lady I know. And I said, I'll take her. And my stepdad loaned me the money to pay for her. And it's just been the bill. I'm more than double $2,500. Let's just put it that way. But here's the good news. I found out that because she keeps constantly calling and bothering my lawyer is going and gonna ask the judge to make her pay for half of my lawyer's fees. So then that's okay because she doesn't have a lawyer, only I do, so that's good. Anyways, enough about that. Sorry, I'm getting a text from another really big time restreamer, and they're like, I stream her ass too. I'll fucking smash that bitch for copyright. Oh my gosh. I can't even appeal it, guys. You know that? I can't even appeal it. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. It'll work out for the better. As soon as she no longer has my last name and her car is out of my name, so I don't have to worry about her crashing into somebody. Because that's the other problem. The car loan is in my name, and she doesn't have the credit to get it out. So I have to worry now that if she hits somebody with that car, I'm liable for it because my name's on the car, which is bullshit. So at least the judge is gonna force her to take it out of her name or my name right away. Either that, or I can just take the gosh darn car back. You'll see Eddie cruising around in a nice electric car. I like that electric car. I miss it actually. I miss my electric car. I hate to say it, but I miss it. I definitely miss it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's the. I'm pretty sure she's the one doing the thumbs down. I can't say why I know, but pretty sure. Well, one of them, because no, I get multiple thumbs down, and she doesn't know about this channel, so there's no thumbs down right now, is there? The other stalker knows about this channel, but doesn't give. There's no thumbs down, so it's got to be the one stalker. It's got to be my ex-wife. It's got to be my ex-wife stalking me. Who else would it be? Right? Who else would it be? I know I'm just that good. All women want me, but I don't want all women. I know what I want. And anyways, let's go back here to the China. I don't know if I can say that word. Can I say that word? Make that the statement. They look at your life as well. I can't really go too much into detail about what we're gonna do in court. So I don't know. Be a man and make that woman pay. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't understand what you're talking about there, but yeah, I'm hoping. Well, I can't say Jim Bob. I already said too much tonight, probably already than I probably should have. But you know what? Hopefully after Thursday, the judge decides to just make her sign the divorce or just finalize her divorce. I don't know how it works, to be honest with you, because we're going for it's a settlement hearing to try and settle it. But she doesn't want to settle. She doesn't want to sign the paperwork. She wants me to give her like $150,000, which I don't even have $150,000. So I don't know how she's expecting that. But, so, yeah. So hopefully the judge will just make their decision in. Because it's California. There is no pleading to the judge. It's California. What they do is they straight up go and put in, all right, here's how much money here's what you have, here's what you took out of the marriage. Okay, the house is left. The house is worth this much money. They cut it in half, and they're like, okay, all the bills are in Eddie's name. Okay, well then they take that out and lower the value of the house. And everything's whatever bills that I have, whether they're mine or hers, if we got it during the marriage, it splits equally. So even though I bought a whole bunch of camera equipment, I did it while we were married. So guess what? She owes half of that bill, just as she took the electric car. Because she took the electric car, even though she has it because we bought it together, now I still owe half of the bill for the electric car. Does that make sense? That's how California works. Everything is half. The bills are half, and everything you owe is half. So there's no going to the judge, and you can't really say to the judge, hey, I'm handicapped, can you help me? It doesn't work that way. They put in a computer, okay, Eddie took his truck, this is how much his truck is worth. She took the car, this is how much the car is worth. Then they say, okay, the house is left over, this is how much the house is worth. Then they take all the bills, okay, Eddie has this much bills, and they cut it in half. She has this much in bills, they cut it in half. And then the computer says, okay, if Eddie wants to keep the house, he's got to pay this much money. If she wants to keep the house, she has to pay Eddie this much money. It's just the way it works. There is no kiss the judge's ass. The judge doesn't even make the decision. It's basically a computer that makes the decision. And yeah, like Drunk Uncle says, basically don't get married. Right? Actually, I don't have to sell the house. All I have to do is to pay her off whatever after you take off all the bills that she owes me money for, and that lowers the value of the house, and then I just have to pay her whatever money is left over, which is what's gonna happen. That's pretty dumb. An electric car, you gotta change the battery every 15 Yeah, but it's not a it's a hybrid. Mine was a Chevy Volt. I only buy American made cars, so I bought the Chevy Volt. So like I took that thing all the way to Chicago. If the batteries, excuse me, if the batteries go dead, you can still run it off of the engine. So that's not that crazy. At least I think you still. I know you still can. You have to be able to, right? Anyways, enough about that. All I know is I'm gonna be in pain on Thursday, and I'm supposed to be live streaming. So for you guys watching the court trial on Thursday, when it goes into breaks, I can't fast forward it because I'm gonna be no but actually George, it's not that much that I'm gonna owe her. It's very little actually. Very little. I don't know. I'm not gonna let one bad apple ruin my need or want to get married again though, because you know if the right person comes along, I still get married, but it has to be the right person. I'd have to really know about this person. Anyways, anyways, let's get back to the news. Just so you know, don't get married in a 50-50 state. How about that? Because even if I had a prenup, it's still 50-50 state. Whatever you buy while you're married doesn't matter. It's a prenup only works for the stuff you bring in. So California's a 50-50 state. What my lawyer told me was this: let's say I'd murdered her dad and she wanted to get a divorce because I murdered her dad, I still get half of everything. It doesn't matter that I murdered her dad. That's just the way California laws works. If she had murdered my mom, she still gets half of my shit. That's no reason to divorce in California. California is a weird place, and that's why I'm getting the hell out and moving to Texas. Alright, anyways. Former CDC director, COVID-19 originated in a China lab. Let's see how much trouble I get in for talking about this. The former CDC director went on record saying he believes the novel coronavirus was created in a Wuhan lab and escaped through infected workers. Was that on purpose or was that not on purpose though? Oops, sorry. Now another... dude, it's getting around. I got like multiple streamers, 3 streamers texting me. Sorry. I am proud of the point of view that I still think that most people's likely ideology of the pathogen in Wuhan was from the laboratory. You know, escaped. Other people don't believe it, and that's fine. Former CDC Director Robert Redfield said, "The science behind will eventually figure it out. It's not unusual for respiratory pathogens that are being worked on in laboratories to infect a laboratory worker." Can I play this video? Why, thank you. What the heck? There's no sound to it? Yeah, the sound's all the way up. The sound all the way up here? Yeah, there's no sound to this video. That sucks. Why not? In an interview with CNN being released this weekend, Redfield said, based on his expertise, it seems unlikely that COVID-19 started in a Wuhan wet market as reported by Wet Market. What the hell is a wet market? Can somebody tell me what a freaking wet market is? Although Redfield said he's basing the assessment on his own opinion, he added it would be scientifically impossible for the virus to have been as infectious as it was in such a short amount of time. You know that 2002 and 3 stars was blamed on a bat out of China? No, that 2002 and 3. I don't, Carlo, you got me. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't understand. Buyer beware. Yeah, exactly. Fauci, whatever his name is, getting the big time money for his crap. Yeah. I spent my life in virology. I don't know how to say that damn word right now. I do not believe this somehow came from a bat to a human. And at the moment in time, the virus came one of the most infectious diseases that we know in humanity for human to human transition. Where the so weird animals to eat. Oh, speaking of that, so you know what? Somebody sent me this link. Right? And thank you to the person that texted me that. Not the link I'm talking about, but what they text me right now. So get this. Remember how I was talking about we need to start doxing people? Well, I guess somebody found me on another website. I don't know if this is good or bad. But well, I guess it's bad, but they're showing everybody on here, not just me. So look, they got this kid. He has a website. He's a cannabis act. He's a stand-up comedian. He can't even stand. How can he be a stand-up comedian? Oh my god. He's got a website. Hold on. I gotta keep an eye on this because next time he goes and does some stand-up comedy, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna freaking heckle the fuck out of him. Wheelchair there. Oh my gosh. Hey, contact me and see if his phone number's in there. Nope. I bet you I can look it up and figure it out. But anyway, so this website here that they have has all kinds of people. It tells you where you've been caught filming at, right? So I am on here. And let's see. Where am I? There I am. And of course they picked this awful picture with me in that stupid mask that I had on that one single day. Because that's I had to buy. It's the only mask they had to sell at the dang store. You don't know what a wet mark is, but it's like, oh my gosh. So yeah, so look. They got my name up there. They got my Facebook, my Twitter, my Instagram. They tell you, see, look, I've been filmed in Sacramento, Washington, D.C., Beverly Hills, L.A., and Portland. They forgot Seattle. I filmed up in Seattle. Do they actually have my PayPal on here? Is that me? Holy shit, it is. Wow. What about my Venmo? That's interesting. So I don't know if this is good or bad. What do you guys think? That's interesting. But I'm going to go through here and I want to start looking up all these people. You know. What do you guys think? Is it good or bad to be on this website? I think I should be up at the top. If that fucker's up there, I should be at the top. Activist Andy, Adam Costello. They say some of them has their actual phone numbers on there too. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Streams. I'm not on here. I think this is a bad thing though. Oh look, you can come here and see who's live. Holy shit. Really? This is kind of cool. That's not live. I can tell you that right now. Interesting. But yeah, so I made another website. Another one. There are a lot of videos on wet markets. Oh my gosh. George Black. Yeah, it's called Triple X. Investigations into elections are still taking place across the country. Now at the same state of Montana finding significant voting irregularities.
Investigate life insurance in less time than it.
And Ian's got commercials. Now, Trump could run for Congress in 22 in Florida if you... Yeah, I know. I hear that all the time, David. I hear that all the time. Oh, yeah. Somebody sent me a message. Let me respond while we're waiting for this darn commercial. We got 38 seconds to do whatever. I don't know. Oh, my gosh. For some reason... When I was driving to the post office today, because my mailman was off today and the replacement didn't come pick up my stuff, a guy was wearing your kind of hat at Drunk Uncle. Wait, tell Eddie to look back. A guy. I don't understand, Jim Bob. I don't understand. Oh, I forgot to take my allergy medicine today. Alright, we're on ads almost done.
Termprovider.com.
Investigations into elections are still taking place around the nation, now with the state of Montana finding significant voting irregularities. Here's One America's Pearson Sharp.
Nearly 5 months after November 3rd, the election for President of the United States is still uncertain in many parts of the country. Evidence of election fraud has plagued the final outcome, despite many judges and even the U.S. Supreme Court declining to even hear the case. States like Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota have been some of the biggest names in the controversy, but now the red state of Montana joins the list. According to a report from Real Clear Investigations, significant irregularities were uncovered in the state's mail-in ballots. The irregularities are enough to change the outcome of local elections, but could also have an impact on statewide elections, which, in turn, could affect national elections. In Montana's Missoula County, the second most populous in the state and also largely Democratic, residents supported former Democratic Governor Steve Bullock's initiatives to impose mail-in voting. At the request of Republican State Representative Brad Sheeta, a lawyer conducted an audit of the county's ballots, which involved physically counting all the ballots and also reviewing the envelopes for errors. The audit found that out of the 72,000 mail-in ballots, some 4,600 didn't have any envelopes.
Whoa.
That's a big problem, because without an envelope, there's no way to verify when a ballot was cast or match it with a voter's signature. As a result, it's illegal to include ballots without envelopes, and that means that over 6% of the votes cast in the county are ineligible and should not have been counted. There were numerous other irregularities, including some 28 envelopes mailed from the same address, with all 28 signatures using exactly the same handwriting style. Considering that nearly 5,000 ballots in total were found to have irregularities, it's worth mentioning that in several races the margin of victory was slim, such as House District 94, which was won by a Democrat, by just over 400 votes. It seems clear these kinds of irregularities aren't limited to a single county in Montana, and, spread over the entire country, could easily be enough to change the outcome of the 2020 election. Pearson Sharp, One American News. Want to see more videos like this?
So 6%, if that's across every single state, that could change the election. That's crazy. Really crazy. Really crazy. Did I tell you guys I was getting my scooter, new scooter? Did I tell you guys that? I don't know if I did or not. Just in case I didn't, I got a phone call from United today. They decided that it would be cheaper because the mechanic who's like working on scooter, I mean, those guys get paid a lot of money. He charges $200 an hour to repair scooters. You hear that? That's how Donnie, he doesn't lay down. That was him laying down. That's how he lays down. Oh wait, my microphone's not even on me. But anyways, yeah, they called me and they said, well, you know, just the one part, the part that they actually broke was over $1,000. And then, you know, there's a couple other parts that were broken. So just, what's up, Texas Patriot and Twitch? So just to replace that part alone was going to cost them more than the whole scooter. So guess what? They bought me a new scooter. They actually ordered it today, and they said it'll be here sometime next week. And then I talked to the guys there. They actually, because my wheel, remember I just bought those wheels. I spent like $600 on the stupid wheels and tires. So he is going to swap the wheels and tires out. So at least I have the $600 wheels and tires on there. So that's cool. I'm trying to see if they can give it to me back and give me the old one back so I can have spare parts. But either way, I'm happy. I got a brand new scooter coming. No, it's not my dream scooter. But anyways, now I'm going to work. You know, I decided I'm not going to LA tomorrow. I'm not going to drive freaking 4 hours there, 4 hours back, have to go and, you know, hurry up and get food ready, clean, make a food prep for tomorrow because I don't want to eat on the road, the junk that I will eat. So I'm just gonna avoid LA. I can't go live on my normal channel anyways. This channel, I mean, if I'm gonna spend a couple $100 driving to LA, I would at least like to try to get some super chats, and I can't get super chats on this channel. So it's not worth it for me to drive all the way down there just for a small protest. I mean, if it was something big, I would really go. But it's nothing too crazy that's going on tomorrow. It was just, I want to get back out there again. I want to get back out filming again. So I'll save my money and go to the border. How about that? I'll go ride down to the border. I'll get the, you know what I'm gonna do? I'll work on the scooter tomorrow. I'll see if I can't figure out what happened to my monster scooter, you know, so I can go to the border and not go across the border until I get my, excuse me, my new passport, which, you know, I didn't even order this week. Shit. But yeah, that's what I'll work on tomorrow. My other scooter. The border's pure craziness. I know, right? I know. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, next video. Let's watch the next video. I was in my personal car. Let's see. Alright, hold on. Let me, I gotta take my medicine. That's gonna make me go to sleep, I think,
Life
though.
insurance in less time than it takes to pop popcorn? If you're...
Never mind. I forgot OAN has all ads now. Might meet up with Ben. I'll probably call him tomorrow and see what's going on. Although, I'm not sure if Ben's allowed to meet up with me and stuff. Just because the network doesn't. I don't want to piss off the network. Because I know they may be a little bit mad at me for getting in trouble. All the news from the DC. The scooter. When I paid for the scooter, I paid over $2,000 for that scooter. Well, heck. While we're waiting for that, let's go look it up. Ventura Drive DLX. Let's see how much they're going for. Here we go. Yeah, same price I paid. It's $19.99, but then you have to pay taxes and stuff like that. So this is the scooter. This is the scooter. Top speed 6 miles per hour. See, the reason why we bought this one, I didn't really like this one, but my ex-wife wanted me to buy this one because she hated driving around in my truck because I had my big, huge Dodge diesel Cummins truck, and she hated traveling in that. So we bought this one because it comes apart. Let me see if it'll show you how it comes apart. Does it show you on here how it comes apart? It comes into 5 different pieces, so we can fit it in the car. And she did it because she wanted me to put it in her electric car. Let's see. Does it show how it comes apart? Because in fact, I took it apart when I was in DC. Come on, you gotta slow. Oh wait, we'll just go to YouTube. They probably show you how. I'm pissed off at that. You guys gotta go to that precious person and just mess with them. I've got an old scooter I can mod out too, yes. Let's see. Take apart. I guess you say take apart. Is that what you would say? How to take it apart. I guess this is going to be the same. I don't want to know about assembly. I want to show you guys how to take it apart. See, it's going to show up here fully ready to go. See how it's got those hard wheels? Those hard wheels make everything vibrate. Oh, speaking of that, hey, Trade for Trump, are you still in here? Trade for Trump, please tell me you're still in here. Hopefully you're still in here. Because he said he could make me some stuff for this. They're not going to show how it comes apart? I guess not. Dang it. Oh, here we go. Holy sheets, 24 minutes long.
Do an up-close view as promised. So take it apart, you grip the seat post with one hand, and on the lever here you lift.
So watch this.
We'll get it hooked while you're driving and potentially damage or scratch your other parts.
See, the back end just comes right off.
Very easy
Oh, here, we're going to start from the beginning, I guess. Let's show you real quick. Ooh, that one looks cool, that blue one.
Plus 4-wheel. This is the Revo 2.0 4-wheel and the CT10 4-wheel, all by Pride Mobility. Pride Mobility makes mobility scooters.
I like this one.
Easy to disassemble when it comes to the travel size mobility scooters. We've got a few components that are pretty universal. The common denominator, there's a male.
See, so you can just take that off, right?
Post that you just take it off, put it on, no tools required. It's a very easy setup.
Oh, that's not mine. This one's different. That's not mine.
From the front of the scooter. This is very common for travel mobility scooters.
This one actually is easier than mine, because see how the battery pack, see this thing on the ground between the seat and him? That's a battery pack. Mine doesn't have a battery pack, right?
Pride is not the only company that has a disassembling feature for the rear motor housing and the rear wheels from the flat front with the platform. However, Pride does have what's known. That's why we.
So mine comes apart like that.
Motor, just like.
But the problem is the batteries do not. See, watch. If you look in this video, see this guy?
Four-wheeled scooter. See
the batteries? Those are not light, and mine's much bigger. So see that plug right, that blue plug? You gotta unplug that blue plug, you gotta plug another plug, and then you gotta take that off. But then the batteries are still on there, so they're really freaking heavy. It's a pain in the butt, actually. It comes with blue or red. I had red on there, Republican red. That's what I had on mine. That's what I had on mine. Oh, I got another video for you guys too. Hold on, I gotta play this one. We got a video on Jen Psaki, where she said, was it a video or was it just the news? I copied it. Let's see. I wrote it down so I could show you guys. Show links. Where is it? So they catch Jen Psaki in a lie today. Did you guys know that Jen Psaki got caught in a lie today? You guys got to see this.
Welcome back. You're watching the Fox Business Network. We're coming into the bottom of the hour. Joining me now is former top congressional investigator Sam Dewey. Hey, Sam, it's always great to have you back on. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki getting blasted for trying to claim she did not know about a widely publicized Senate report by Senators Ron Johnson and Chuck Grassley on Hunter Biden's shady overseas business dealings when Jen Psaki talked about this same report in December. Why is she claiming she doesn't know about it?
I really don't know, and it is, quite odd to have talked about a report in December and now claim that you don't know about it. I can only speculate. I can say that generally that sometimes a strategy that's used when there's a report out that's thorough and detailed, like the one that Chairman Johnson and Chairman Grassley put together, to try to ignore talking about it, to try to minimize it, not discuss it, because if you get drawn into discussing it, sure, you may disagree with a conclusion here, sure, you may disagree with a legal premise here, but generally, if you're discussing it on a thorough report like that, you're taking damage. So it's really something I've seen quite frequently, a common public relations avoidance scheme.
Well, she's working for the taxpayer. She doesn't work for the president. She works for the taxpayer. That means you have to be honest and truthful in your answers, as she was in December when she talked about this same report. When the reporter cited the September 2020 Senate Homeland Security report as evidence, Psaki replied, "I'm not familiar with it at all." Let's listen to what she said.
So there was a report last year from the Senate Finance and Homeland Security Committees. It claimed that the wife of Moscow's former mayor paid a company associated with the president's son $3.5 million. There was no explanation for this alleged payments, and I'm wondering if you could tell us if that claim is accurate, and if so, what the $3.5 million was paid for.
Not familiar with that claim. Doesn't sound like it's backed up by a lot of evidence. If you have evidence or specifics, happy to discuss it
the
further.
Senate committee's report, so you haven't asked about this? Or
I'm not familiar with the report at all.
Okay, social media really blasting this as an incompetent response because the Senate report was based on Treasury documents like suspicious activity reports that was tracking shell companies used by Hunter Biden. So the claim that she was not familiar with the report when she talked about it in December, it just doesn't stand up.
No, I mean, I don't think it does. It's clear, and there's a double issue with the answer. First, claiming you don't know something that you had seen before, and then second, the notion of give me evidence when the reporter was asking her if she would read the evidence. And I'd point out, consistent with the high quality of the work Chairman Johnson did and Chairman Grassley did, all they said was there was this payment that looked suspicious. They didn't draw any wild or unfound conclusions. They stated what they could prove and left the rest to further fact findings. So I think they made a very responsible claim, as you pointed out, grounded in documents, and it's disappointing there wasn't more engagement with that claim by the press secretary.
Yeah, and Senator Ron Johnson is tweeting back at Jen Psaki with a link to the report, the Senate report, saying, "We hear you didn't hear about it. Here's a link to it so you could read it." So this is sort of feigning ignorance at a really weird time in the news cycle when that story has been out there for months that Hunter Biden got $3.5 million wired to him by the former, the wife of the former mayor of Moscow. So again, when you stand up and you claim ignorance about something that's been out there, isn't that a red flag that something else might be going on?
I think so, because it's, again, just a failure to engage with the facts, and it's a common method to avoid engaging with something that you don't want to engage with. The report has, as I said, is very thorough. Chairman Johnson's staff did a great job. It is full of footnotes to specific documents, many of them which are, completely non-controversial records. And if you don't even want to engage with that, that raises the question of why.
So, this indicates that something else may be going on with Hunter Biden, that if they're trying to shut down information about it in such an incompetent way, Sam, you got to wonder, something else is boiling beneath the surface about Hunter Biden. Your final word.
I mean, I think you're correct. This is a common avoidance strategy to shut down a story, and you have to ask questions. What is going on?
All
Why
right.
is this being done?
Got it. Sam Dewey, it's good to see you. Come back soon.
There you go, guys. You changed your name from hey, trade for Carson R2. I got a question. You told me you wanted to build some stuff for me, or you would help me build some stuff. Here's what I'm looking at. Hold on. My new it's the same scooter, right? But I need some mounts. Maybe you can help me figure this out. So let me show you. If you guys don't mind, we're gonna do a little business right here. So look at this. Let me show you this scooter. This is the same scooter I already have. It's just they're replacing it. Let me see if I got a picture where I can show you what I'm looking at doing here. Well, anyways, if you look at these handlebars, they're not straight. Let me see if I can show it to you. Oh wait, that wasn't the right one. This one didn't have. Okay, yeah, you can look at it right here. If you look right here, oh, that's only $18.99 there. Shit. But if you look here, you see the handlebars are they're not straight. They're like this. So if I go and I put a clamp on there, like my GoPro clamp, it comes off at an angle. Can you build something that would make it go straight up? Like I can mount it on there like a clamp to mount onto my GoPros? Hold on. You guys are part of the channel. This is all for you guys. So see, the GoPros mount like this, right? And you normally have... Sugar! Cállate, way. So anyways, it's got a little clip. I'm sure you know what they're like, a clip, right? That clips on. But if I put it on the handlebars right now, my GoPro's like this. And I'm wondering if I can have one that'll make it to where it's perfectly up and down. If we can make something like that. If it's possible. If it's possible. Si es posible. Here we go. Anyways, all right, let's do the Hunter Biden. Did we just do Hunter Biden? Oh yeah, here we go. A Hunter Biden one. Sugar. Let me see what she's. Let's look what she's barking at. There's a motion on my front right now. There's people out in my front getting into a car. What the heck were they doing? I love my Ring camera. I actually have 3. I have the Ring doorbell. I have a Ring floodlight camera up on top. And I have one in my backyard facing the alley. So if anybody tries to come into my house. And then I also have Sugar, who barks. Huh, Sugar? You're a good girl. You protecting the property. I have my pit bull that likes to bark at everybody. And especially Panda Bear. Huh, Panda? Panda is a scaredy cat. She barks at everything and anything. Yeah, Sugar is the bomb. But Brownie, right? Come here, Brownie. This one really barks. Huh? This one's the one that bit the FBI agent that came in the house, huh? Did you bite the FBI? Did you bite the FBI? Yes, you bit the FBI, didn't you? She bit the FBI. She said, that's what you get for taking daddy's stuff, huh? Huh, Brownie. I know I like little dogs. Not really, but kind of like a knuckle joint. Exactly, Jim Bob. Alright, let's get to this video. But yeah, I love my dogs. They don't let anybody in here. Although the pit bull, she'll just let anybody in. You know who the dog you gotta worry about the most? My Saint Bernard. My old Saint Bernard. He does not fuck around. He lays there and he's all calm and chill. And, you know, I'm just an old 150-pound Saint Bernard. But when it comes down to it, when my wife and I were still together, somebody was harassing her through the backyard fence. And he was just fine. They were just talking back and forth. And all of a sudden, that guy said something wrong to my wife that pissed him off. He almost jumped over the fucking fence. And then I guess Sugar did get out and Sugar chased him down the street. So I guess Sugar's a good one too. They're all good dogs. I love my animals. And you know what? I gotta knock on wood. Donnie hasn't peed in the house in 3 days. He hasn't been peeing in the house. I think he finally learned. He got sick and tired of me rubbing his nose in it. Because, you know, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm the dad. Like, my ex-wife would always tell me, if we have kids, I'm going to be the disciplinarian because you're going to be the fun dad and you're going to let them get away with everything. Well, I kind of do. I don't like smacking the dogs. I don't like hitting the dogs. But he was peeing so much that it started to smell. And I finally I had to put his nose in it. And I put his nose in it, and now he doesn't pee in the house. So it worked. Right? I didn't want to do it. I really didn't want to do it. But I had to. Now, if you're Antifa and you want to fuck with me, I have no problem sticking your face in my dog's pee. But we all know that, don't we? Alright, let's play this one.
The new report accuses the Secret Service of covering up Hunter Biden's ownership of a gun reportedly thrown into the trash by his former girlfriend. According to Politico on Thursday, agents intervened in a 2018 investigation after Haley Biden threw out Hunter's .38 caliber revolver for fear that he was going to shoot himself. Agents reportedly went to the store where the gun was purchased, asking for the paperwork. The report also points out that Hunter allegedly lied on his form, a noted felony, by answering no to the question of whether he was a user of illicit drugs. This was 5 years after being discharged from the Navy Reserves for using cocaine. For more on Hunter Biden's latest scandal, here's One America's Jack Posobiec.
Well, back in 2018, Hunter Biden became embroiled in a legal fiasco when he purchased a handgun only to have his brother's widow take that gun from him and later dispose of it. The gun was not recovered. One American News has exclusively obtained the firearm transaction record that Hunter Biden used to purchase a .38 caliber revolver in the October of 2018. On the Background Investigation Questionnaire, also known as ATF Form 4473, the document bears Hunter's full name, his legal name, of Robert Hunter Biden, as well as his signature and multiple other pieces of personal information, such as his address and government ID numbers. Every firearm buyer is required to answer a series of questions that could preclude them from lawfully purchasing a firearm. On Hunter Biden's 4473, the question is asked, are you an unlawful user or addicted to marijuana or any depressant, stimulant, narcotic drug, or any controlled substance? In the box next to this question, Hunter Biden marked no. However, this was clearly a false statement, as the contents of Hunter Biden's laptop throughout 2018 have been released, and a copy obtained by One American News clearly shows Hunter's use of multiple narcotics during the same time period, and Hunter has spoken publicly about his history of drug abuse. Bizarrely, in Hunter Biden's case following the incident, both the FBI and the U.S. Secret Service got involved, according to the owner of the gun shop. One American News also obtained text messages sent by Hunter Biden during this time frame, which confirmed the involvement of the Secret Service and the FBI. Why would the Secret Service have been involved at all when Joe Biden was a private citizen in 2018 and Hunter Biden was not in a protected status? The Secret Service says they have no records of this case, because of course they don't. According to ATF agent Jeffrey Boshik, the ATF Form 4473 questions are designed to identify prohibited persons and prevent the illegal transfer and possession of firearms. Lie and try, or lying on the form about facts relevant to the transfer of a firearm, is a felony, period. The maximum penalty for making false statements during the purchase of a firearm is 10 years in prison. Yet Hunter Biden was never charged. As Joe Biden continues his push for more gun control in the United States, many are asking, will he even ask his son to follow the gun laws we currently have? For One American News, I'm Jack Posobiec.
Wow. Very interesting. And Kami Free can not just imagine being his, not, you hear me? If you love our, let's see. Oh, I'm sorry, I can't, oh, I'm sorry, I missed you guys down here. I'm really sorry. Yeah, Kami Free, imagine being Hunter's Secret Service. Imagine being his babysitter, right? Yeah, Hunter has guns, guys. I think every American should have to watch that, yes. Cruz is still lurking around there, too. He's so cocky. Anyways, let's see. Hey, Texas Patriot, can you guys email me, both you guys from Texas, and tell me what's, EddieBlockFilms@gmail.com, where you guys are at and what you guys think about it. Here's some of the rules. Like, when I moved to Texas, here's a couple things that I am going to need. So, I want to be near a Salvation Army, because that's where I get my deals. I'm a thrift store junkie. I want to have high-speed internet, right? So, what I have to do is I have to be in somewhat of a bigger city, because I'm working on starting my own website. In order to have that, I gotta have my own setup at my wherever I'm located at, right? They told me I can't do it here at this house because they'd have to rewire the whole entire neighborhood in order to get that fast speed internet for me. Because right now I have the fastest internet speed you can get. I have 1 gigabyte download speed and 40 megabits up, which is really slow. And if you want to have a YouTube type website, you have to have a whole lot more. So I need to be somewhere where I can be in a big city so I can get that fast upload speed. And that way I can also rent out my servers to other patriotic channels that are getting kicked off. So that way they don't have to pay Amazon for their places, right? Heck, maybe President Trump will put his website on my server. Yeah, right. I won't have a big enough server for that. But anyways, just so you guys know, if you guys can help me out, those of you in Texas, let me know, because that's what I want to do. I'm going to become a big tech guy myself. Speaking of that, Jack Dorsey's up next on the news after this one. Senator Blackburn, Biden border policy has made every town a border town. All right, let's watch this one.
Life insurance in less time than it takes to pop popcorn? If you're 40 years old in good health, you may qualify for term insurance in less than 10 minutes.
How about this? Hopefully the next one is not a video. It's not. All right, good. Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted his frustration with U.S. lawmakers' questions on social media platform during a hearing about misinformation on Thursday, leading one member of Congress to call out his multitasking. Lawmakers grilled Dorsey and the CEO of Facebook and Google's parent Alphabet for almost 5 hours, Tensions were high as they asked them to answer yes or no to questions ranging from whether their platforms bore any responsibility for the January 6th riot to whether they understood the difference between the two words. Really? During the hearing, Dorsey tweeted, with a poll asking Twitter Incorporated users to vote yes or no. Democratic Representative Kathleen Rice said, Mr. Dorsey, what is winning, yes or no, on your Twitter account poll? Dorsey told her that yes was winning, to which she replied, your multitasking skills are quite impressive. Well, I thought this was going to be something good. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg and Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai were also witnesses at the joint hearing by the two subcommittees on the House Energy and Commerce bill. Lawmakers from both parties tried throughout the hearing to pin down the tech CEOs with questions needing only yes or no answers, interrupting them when they tried to give longer ones. Lawmakers quizzed the executives over concerns from COVID-19 misinformation, harassment, hate speech, and extremism. As the hearing took place, Dorsey also liked tweets criticizing aspects of the session, including asking why members of Congress were mispronouncing Pichai's name, or Pichai, and replied to a tweet confirming that he was barefoot during the call. Stupid. I gotta go watch that now. I really gotta go watch that. Have high speed within the city limits, so you won't have to go to a big city like Houston or Dallas. Okay. Well, I'm still looking into Texas, though. All right, now we can probably go back to the other one and read and watch it. Let's see. Yep, it's ready.
Byrne returns from a visit to the southern border herself, saying that as a result of Biden's
you want to watch it,
policy,
Tommy?
every town in every state is in effect a border town or border state. On America's John Hines sat down with Blackburn.
Maybe we'll do it tomorrow.
I want to read you a quote. This is from Mr. Obrador, the president of Mexico. He has blamed President Biden for the migrant surge that has erupted into what he says is a full-blown crisis, arguing, quote, expectations that Biden set, quote, left migrants with the perception that they would be let into the U.S. What do you make of those comments from the president of Mexico?
The president of Mexico is right. And, John, I will tell you, he is in agreement with local elected officials and sheriffs.
No, not tonight, tomorrow.
To Arizona when I was there over the weekend. They all say this is Joe Biden's open border policy that has caused this. You have seen the uptick. You have seen them believe that Joe Biden's going to let them in. So, yes, this is Biden's open border policy at work. Basically, he broke the border, if you will. What he should do is reinstate the Trump protocols that were there under President Trump, the Remain in Mexico policy, the asylum protection policies, migrant protection policies. He should end catch and release. You know, Joe Biden started that back. And, of course, finish the wall. Get back to building that wall. An overwhelming majority of the American people want them to finish that wall.
Is it your estimation from your experience that the Border Patrol folks have a gag order where they can't talk to the media, they can't communicate with other people who are asking them questions? Is the Biden administration, do they have a gag order on the border?
I don't know if I would say it is a gag order. I do know that you have Border Patrol and some of our federal law enforcement that talk more freely with some of the local elected officials along the border in different states. And I know they are very concerned. And I also know they're talking to former Border Patrol agents, and they are very concerned about what they see. Our Border Patrol agents are absolutely exhausted. They are physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted. They have been inundated with people coming to the border. They are exhausted dealing with the cartels because you don't come through that border unless you have dealt with a cartel.
Is this a deliberative policy in your estimation on the part of the Biden administration to have an open border situation?
I believe that they wanted that open border situation. They wanted to bring these migrants into the community. We have communities now that are beginning to declare a state of emergency. And of course, President Biden has now said he's going to put Vice President Harris in charge of dealing with the border. They're not saying it's a crisis.
She's already in charge
even
of
though
it.
We can see it's a crisis. We know this is a crisis.
Saying it's a crisis, has this gotten through to, for instance, your constituents?
My constituents, I did a telephone town hall, and my constituents, most of the questions were about the border. They wanted to know what I saw. They are very concerned about the impact that it is going to have on their communities, because with an open border, see, they're just transiting through these Arizona communities, but they go all over the country. So every town is a border town, and every state is a border state because of the way the cartels work, the way they're trafficking human beings, the way they are invested in sex trafficking, the way that they are pushing drugs into our communities.
So your constituents are concerned about public safety issues, COVID,
Oh my goodness,
maybe,
yes.
fentanyl, perhaps, things like
I
that?
am.
We have a healthcare crisis, an environmental crisis. We have a humanitarian crisis, a law and order crisis on our southern border.
Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, thank you for talking to us on One American
Good to
News.
be with you. Thank you.
Want to see?
All right, let's look at this. Let's look at this map of Texas that we're looking here. Fiber. So I'm gonna need a fiber, actually, from what I understand. I don't want to be in San Antonio. I don't want to be way over here in San Antonio or over in or El Paso. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be. Let's see, cable. So what's fastest? Fiber is the fastest, right? So the only place they have fiber is actually over where. What city is that right there? I don't even know what that is right there. That's got to be San Antonio, isn't it, right there? .5 megabits upstream. 1.5 megabits upstream would be pretty good, I think, to start out, wouldn't it, Jim Bob? But see, like, okay, so Dallas has a few, because this is Dallas right here, up in the top, right there where the cutting off, that's Dallas area. So that'll be, Dallas is all right, but I don't want to be that high up either, I guess, really. Austin over here doesn't have any. You would think the state capital would have fast internet, fiber, but they don't. What is green? What's green? Green is just fixed wireless broadband. No, thank you. You gotta have at least cable. See, I have cable right now. I have Comcast. Like, watch. Let's do a speed test right now. It's probably gonna be slow because I'm uploading videos right now and I'm also downloading stuff. Oh, I got 300. I got 300 where I'm at right now. I just only have 40 up is the problem. That's my problem. Let's see where I'm at. Because, see, right now I'm uploading some files, and I'm doing the live stream. So it might not work too good right now. Let's see. Yeah, I should be down. That's not good at all. I pay for gig internet speed. I want to know upload speed. I think that's wrong too, because I got to be a lot faster than that. Yeah, I definitely need the faster uplink. Come on. Yeah, there's... See, it maxes out here. You can't see it all. That one's not good. That sucks, too. It should be a lot faster than that. Gig internet test. Speed test Google Fiber. This is it. This one will do it. This is the one I normally use. Run speed test. I don't know why my internet's so slow. I pay for gig internet speed. That kind of pisses me off because I have gig down, and that's all they're giving me. Maybe my laptop can't handle it. I don't know. Because I'm not downloading anything right now, am I? Oh, you know what? I got a video playing. Yes, I do. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on at the border with Ben. Let's show what Ben's been doing at the border. Oops. What kind of stuff did I just get into?
As we were making our way from Zapata, Texas to Laredo, Texas, we noticed a helicopter flying low over the bushes out here in the desert. The border is a few hundred yards to my left, right behind me now. And so we stopped, talked to Border Patrol. They said they were in active pursuit of a group through the desert. These guys are the guys that do not want to get caught. These guys are the guys that the distraction that the cartels are using with the so-called women and children and families are designed to distract Border Patrol from. This is where the drugs happen. This is where all of the trafficking of fentanyl and heroin in places like this, out in the middle of nowhere, where the border is close to the road. Highway 83 is right behind me. They traffic across, they bring the drugs, they get into a vehicle, and then they make their way into America. We've got 6 men from Mexico that have been apprehended. I don't know if they have drugs on them. I don't know the situation yet. That is being investigated right now by Border Patrol. But what I do know is this is a crisis for America. You can literally be driving down the road.
Oh, sorry, guys.
Today, and come up on a helicopter circling and find this. Everywhere along the border, hundreds of thousands of illegal crossings. This year estimated over 1 million. And that's the ones that they're going to catch. And the scary part is, it's not only the ones that get away, it's the ones that we let go. This is up to the American people to stop. It's up to you to stop. This is the battle for the future of America. Will we be America, or will we be just another globalist, open borders, destroyed country like the left wants us to become? You have to call out your representatives. You have to call out the politicians. You have to call out the courts that are protecting them. These people need to be held accountable. If they swore an oath to the Constitution, they owe no allegiance to any foreign national. They owe no allegiance to any foreign country. Representatives of this country, judges in this country, anyone who has sworn that oath to uphold and defend the Constitution from enemies both foreign and domestic, owe allegiance solely to America, the American people, and the American Constitution.
So, I'll just say it. So, Jim Bob, I actually have what's called, it's a cow digit thunder something. I can't take, but that's hooked up to my Cat 5 is hooked up to that, and then runs through a Thunderbolt 3 into my iMac, or my MacBook Pro. So that's what I have right now. Plus, I have Wi-Fi. I have it on both. I'm afraid to turn off my Wi-Fi right now, just in case my Thunderbolt 3 isn't working. Let's see. That's too long. We watched that one already. Alright. Oh, shoot. That's right. There was a video I was just going to watch.
As we were making our
right
way
here.
from...
Let's see what Dan
Tonight
Bongino...
We're also learning more. We're learning more about the bizarre 2018 gun incident surrounding Hunter Biden.
Oh, we already heard that.
Brother.
Never mind.
As we were making our...
Never mind. What else could we do tonight? What else have we not done yet? Heck, let's go... let's see. You guys want to look up property in Texas? Let's go look up property in Texas. Why the hell not? Let's just say it's already on there because you can tell I've been searching. Hope I didn't hit the advertise button. Alright, let's see. So, let's go Texas. I don't care about how many beds. Doesn't have to have too many. From, let's say at least one 2-bedroom house. And let's go to 3. Let's do a 2 to 3 bedroom house, okay? Let's do that. Let's see how many bathrooms. I want at least 2 bathrooms. I want at least 2 bathrooms. Listing status. Let's see. Oh, we can do foreclosures. We'll do new construct. No, oh, you can only pick one? Well, that sucks. We'll just do any then, I guess. But I want to hide pending. And hide 55 plus community because I can't do that one. Alright, let's go to save search. We're looking through all of Texas. Let's sort by the lowest first, because I'm a cheapskate. I'm a cheapskate. I want to have a tub shower combo because when my back hurts, I like to lay in the tub. Wait, hold on. We got to change the price. Because you know why? We got to do at least $1. Otherwise, you get these ones. See these ones? They don't have a price on there. Why you keep showing this? I don't want you guys to see that. All right, here we go. Save search. Didn't I change it already? $1. You gotta put $1 in there, okay? To no max. Actually, I'm gonna say, because I can't afford a lot, I'm gonna put 150. 1, 2, 3. 150 grand. Okay. Save search. So let's see what we can get from one. Oh man, you assholes! From $1. Okay, now this is BS. $250 for this house? There's no freaking way. This has got to be a fake thing, isn't it? This got to be a scam. Property details. It's got boat ramps and everything. No way that this house is selling for 250 grand. No freaking way. Where is this at? Is it like in the middle of nowhere or something? Where is Burnett, Texas? And it's by water? Bullshit. There's no way it's $250. There's no way this house is selling for 250 bucks. Where is it? No freaking way. That's bullshit. I call BS. That, or there's like a whole bunch of mold in the house or something like that. A condo for $1,775. There's no way. Like, see, I can believe this one. 12,000 bucks for this house. Look, it's totally destroyed. Probably infected with a whole bunch of stuff. Coleman, Texas. Yeah, they probably forgot a 0 or something. Right? Look at this, 12,000, but it's not scooter friendly. It's not. They got a virtual tour on this house. You know how much I would charge to do a virtual tour for somebody? At least a minimum of $1,000 bucks. No way they got a virtual tour on this. That's pretty destroyed. Oh my gosh, no bathroom. Jackie, are you having bad nightmares? I think he's having nightmares. 2 bedroom, 2 bath. This is actually bigger than the house I own right now. Because my house is only like 600 square feet. Where the heck is Pampa, Texas? Anybody know where Pampa, Texas? Let's see what it looks like on the inside. Oh, they only have 2 photos. No, thank you. Idiots ruin a home like that. You know, when I was a plumber, I never understood. Okay, there's no way I can buy this house for $29. No freaking way. With a pool. And that's in Austin, Texas. There's no way. There's no freaking way. That's, you know, these people are scamming somebody. Let's look up, well, what company is that? Sky Realty? Jason Long, Sky Realty. Let's look them up. Here we go. Let's see how much the house is really listed for. I call it BS. What's the address on this place? Huh? Oh. 8212 Barton Club. Jackie, are you having nightmares? Featured listing. We're looking for Barton Way. Come on. See? Look, you can't even go to those featured listings. This is a fake page. This is a pretty ghetto page. Let's go to Sky Realty. Let's look at their whole entire thing. This is just like a standard form. Yeah, it's gotta be fake. This has gotta be fake, guys. No freaking way. Jackie, stop, please. Oh, I should, huh? Okay. See, look, they have it on there twice, too. Okay, it should tell you what their tax... I forgot. Carson, that's right, huh? Okay, let's go down here. It's been on for 73 days. You're telling me nobody bought this house for $29,000 over 7... Just a pool alone costs more than like 23 grand to build. Year built 2001. Property details. It's got to be in here. Don't they normally have property history listed? Yeah, there's no freaking way. Cause look, oh, you can tell it's fake. Cause the house was built in 2001, right? So there would have to be something from 2001 right here. It's all a bunch of BS. They're all just fake. They're scams. Let's see if we can find one that's not a scam, though. Something in my price range. That one has a ramp, but look at... It's probably one of those old folks' homes, and I really don't want a manufactured home. I really don't. At least not one of these. It is right on the water, though. But how much you want to bet you have to pay a monthly fee? Ooh, it's got a big bathtub in there for me. How much you want to bet though? You gotta pay. You probably have to pay. What do you call it? No property tax available. See, I don't trust that stuff. I really don't. I'm on Realtor.com. That's where I'm at. I'm on Realtor.com. Littlefield, Texas, and this one's got a garage. I like a garage. And this does not look like it's on a, look, it's not on a trailer park. Exactly what you're looking for, huh? Is it? Is it really? Oh, that's all they show. They don't show the inside. It's been on there for a year, though. See, look, here's all the property tax. See, the other one doesn't have... So when they don't have this, don't trust it, folks. It was only assessed at $15,000. The land was $2,400. Really? Okay. But I wonder what it looks like inside. So here's what you do now. We'll take this, right? Hit copy. We'll go to Zillow. Right? We'll type it, put in the address on Zillow. It's a space rental? Okay, yeah. Let's see, this, they have pictures of it. No, they got the same old pictures that the other one does. Single family cart. Year built. Okay. Where the heck is Littlefield, though? So like this one's 3-bedroom, 2-bath, Spur, Texas. See, I know how to remodel, so I could remodel shit myself. It doesn't have a garage, though. You know, let's add that. I want a garage. Let's add that to my list of wants. Can we do that? More filters. I want a garage. I want a garage. At least a 1-car garage. There we go. Now we got a 1-car garage. I don't want that stuff. Come on. Let's go back down. This is Tyler, Texas. I've heard of Tyler before. I kind of like this house, but that's not a garage. That is not a garage. That's a carport. Colorado City, Texas. Henrietta, Texas. Why have I heard that name before? I've heard of Orange, Texas. I'm not too interested in how much the house looks like. I just want some property and, what, Jackie? A place for the dogs to run like I have now. Because I've got a huge backyard. Like, alright, what about this one right here? Where's Spearman, Texas? Estimate payment. There's a ranch-style house. Like, I could be like King of the Hill. Let's look at... Oh, they got 24 pictures, too. Let's look. Hardwood floors. I don't like the walls, but we can fix that. I definitely do not like the countertops. I mean, the cabinets. But that's all fixable. Oh, they still got old lead pipes. But I can change that out. I'm a plumber. I don't like the fridge holder. I don't like what they did with the kitchen at all. I don't like the kitchen. Does it have central air? Oh yeah, this is like San Francisco style freaking bathroom. Paint them white? Yeah, I guess I could do that. 58.5. How long has it been on the market? Stand-up shower. I don't like that. Ooh, the dogs will love that big backyard. Got my own little shed. Actually, that's nice. You know what you do right here? You build a patio all the way there and cover it up, and you can have parties in the back. I kind of like this one. What do you guys think? It's only been on the market for 90 days, so you can't really lowball them. Where the heck is Spearman, Texas? Let's look up Spearman, Texas. They gotta have an Elks Lodge. Did I say that was one of my rules? I don't know, but I want them to have an Elks Lodge. So I can have a place to go. Oh, it's way up there. Way the hell up there. If I want to go to Austin, I'll have to drive like 7 or 8 hours. Never mind. I want to be at least somewhere in the middle. Oops, that was something I was looking at the other day. Never you mind that one. But the backyard is nice. But it's just way too high up there. I don't want to be that high up. This one, Rio Grande City. I'm guessing that's going to be down by the border. Let's see. I'm guessing it's going to be by the Rio Grande, right? Shit. Did I find it? No, I didn't. Rio Grande City. Are you guys having fun? Okay, Rio Grande City. Yep, down there by the border. But where exactly? Way down there. Way, way, way down there. See, now I'm on the total opposite end of the spectrum. So I was looking at this, but I wonder if it sold. Did it sell or something? I don't know why I was looking at this one. But it's 30 grand. It's got a big front yard. I'd have to close that off so the dogs can't get out. I'd have to redo the fence. It's kind of an interesting little thing. Yeah, I don't like that. Never mind. Alright, let's see. What's another? Oh, definitely like this one. Look at that. Look how big that garage is. Oh my gosh, where is this? Goldthwaite, Texas. Gold. There we go. That is by Waco. So It's actually, that's not bad, actually. I could deal with that. That's right in the middle. I could get all over Texas. So look at that garage. I got a 3-car garage. Look at this. This is nice. Look, it's got a patio on the front. What? Where is that at? That's probably... Is this the inside of the house? It's not that great, is it? Not at all. It needs a lot of work. That needs a ton of work. But it's huge. It's really huge. Got to redo the kitchen. Basically, you'd have to redo every single room. You'd have to redo every single room on this property. Right? There's no central heat. Looks like the electricity's all messed up. Oh my gosh, the roof is probably bad. Look, oh, that's out there in the carport garage. But that's a nice area where I could do my working on the cars and stuff. What the heck is this? Yeah, there's a lot of remodel work done need to be done on this one. A lot of work. That's a walk-in shower, I'm guessing right there. Is that what it is? You can't really see. Let's see what the property history is on it. It was assessed at 82. The land's only worth $670 bucks. Well, hell, why don't I just buy a $670 house? I mean, a $670 piece of property. And, you know, put a house on it. Come on. Three-bedroom, Lorraine, Texas. This one, that's a manufactured home. This one's got a fireplace. Alright, here we go. But I don't want to walk upstairs. Oh, wait a minute. Beaumont. Oh, Port Arthur, Texas. That's got to be by the river, isn't it? I like the look from the front. I like it so far. This is actually less than I paid for my house. Oh, it needs a lot of work. But that's okay. It's just flooring. I can do kitchen cabinets. So it needs flooring. Needs flooring everywhere. Who cares about the flooring, though? Needs a lot of drywall work. You wouldn't get you can't get a conventional loan with this like that, though. It's got central air. Let's see what the value is when it's fixed up, though. Oh, it's still only $49,000 is what its assessed property tax is. See, look. Oh, look. So look what happened. So they bought it. Somebody bought it for $38,000 just to relist it for $65,000. Somebody's trying to flip this house. Is all they're trying to do. Yeah, I need a ranch-style house, huh? I like that one, but I don't like the fact that they bought it for $30,000 and I understand they're trying to flip it and make money, but this one looks kind of cool. It's only a 0.24 acre lot, though. I don't like that. It's not very big for my puppies. It got that furnace right there. Kind of interesting. There's a whole bunch of weird... Is that just the way Texas is? Hold on, what's this one? Gun Barrel City. I like the name. You know where I live? I live in Gun Barrel City. Is this the only picture they give you? Is this? That sucks. They give you a Google Map picture. That's all it is. It's probably fake. Oh, here's one that has a 360 virtual tour. Let's take the virtual tour. It's got a stand-up shower. I don't like that. I want the combo. Don't know about the colors. Nah. I'm not picky, but I mean, look at McAllen. Alright, let me just look a couple more right here. I really like this one. Look at that. Okay, here's my question though. Why is there no driveway up to the freaking... Are you enjoying this, Carson? Good. I don't like... Why is there no driveway up to the garage? I mean, I can deal with the... I can deal with the wood. I don't know about having my washer and dryer in the kitchen, though. I can deal with the wood. They even got wood in the bathroom? Are you serious? Whoever this is likes wood paneling. What the heck is that? Is that a little shop in the back? It's got a big yard. It's got a big yard. It's got a 2-car garage. It's been on Realtor for 300 days. It's a handyman special. It's large 3-bedroom, 2-bath, has plenty of room for large growing family. Large separate living areas, a front office, which could be another bedroom if a closet was added. Sizable master bedroom suite with a tub and a walk-in shower. Okay. A large lot, including the lot to the left, and several outbuildings. Hardwood flooring with just a little TLC. This could be a beautiful location. So they dropped the price down. It's gone down a lot. They really want to get rid of this bad boy. What's the address? Where's St. Augustine, Texas at? Here, let's look at it here. They got a McDonald's in their town. Actually, that's in a pretty good location. Look, you got rivers, you got little lakes you can go fishing at, right? You got lakes in there. So I can get to Houston, I can get to Austin pretty quick for filming. Right? I can go to Dallas pretty quick for filming. Interesting. What town is that? San Augustine. I wonder if they have an Elks Lodge in there. Let's look up San Augustine. The reason I want an Elks Lodge is that way I can go and have meet people that I know. Or not that I know, but you know, it's a place where you can go meet people. County officials, district court, reports, county information. Alright, Jackie, I hear you, Papa. So I know you want to go to bed. Let's see. How about this? Elks near San Augustine. Wake up, Bubba. Wake up, you're making weird noise. Nope. I don't know. Check how the county votes. I don't know. You said look up McAllen. Let's look up in McAllen. What, Jackie? What, old man? Alright, let's go to McAllen, Texas. Why did I hit TC? Gosh darn, I messed up. You cannot find anything from McAllen, Texas? So I really gotta separate it? Am I spelling it wrong? Is it McAllen? No. How the heck? What am I spelling wrong? Oh, there's only one C. That's what I did wrong. Holy jeez, look what I could buy for 89 grand. Okay, let's see. McAllen, Texas. This is kind of quaint. I wonder what that goes to. Is that the front door? There's no door right there? Possibly. You gotta, let's see. I like the little look of it. I don't like that. Hardwood flooring, though. Handicap elongated toilet. I like that. I'm on Realtor.com. Oh, that's $134,000. That's not what it said a minute ago. Did I look at the wrong price? Oh, it is 100. I didn't even look at the price. That's more than I want to spend. Here we go for 98 grand. Look, it's got a brand. It's a townhome though. Never mind. La Jolla. See, it's a little more expensive. I guess I could afford something in this price range. I just don't want to. I'm looking for something I can just sell this house for and just not pay anything. If that makes sense. Now, I do like this. This is pretty cool looking. I don't know. You know what I might even do? I'm sorry. I totally wasn't even looking down at Twitch. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't even look at Twitch. I'm so sorry. I probably, what I would do is just buy a little mobile trailer and rent and buy like a business commercial property so I can get high-speed internet there. I don't know. I can't afford any of this stuff right now anyways. I gotta wait till my divorce is done. What the heck? But yeah, I don't know. Who knows, guys? Well, you know what? I think I have had a whale of a day. Is that a saying? A whale of a day? Jackie wants to go to sleep. He's whining over here saying we've been in this room too long, Dad. Oh, Bubba, I know you're an old man. You want to go lay on your big, huge bed. He's got this big, huge bed that I bought at Costco for him. And he sits right in front of the heater so he stays warm. Donnie's passed out over there. Sugar's right behind him. I got Panda and Donnie, or Brownie down here. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go I'm gonna go get cleaned up. Here, you wanna come say hi, everybody? You wanna say hi, Brownie? Come on. Come on, Brownie. Come say hi. You can come say hi. Say hi, yes. There's my little browners, my little FBI biter. Huh, did you bite the FBI or tried to bite them or whatever they said you did to them, huh? They said they could care less about the pitbull. They were worried about Brownie. Huh, Brownie. Yes, she's a little good girl, huh? Yes. I don't like little dogs, but she's a good little dog. You got Donnie here. Your dogs were going crazy smelling it, Carol. I warned you that the shirt came with Donnie here. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower and then go relax. It's late and I'm tired. I've had a long day. So no. Brownie can be bad sometimes, huh? I turned around and she tried to steal food out of my hand the other day. Dad was not happy with her. But yeah, guys, I'm going to figure something out. I don't know. I got to do a lot of research before I move to Texas. I've got time. Still got to wait for this nincompoop to sign on the dotted lines. You know, they don't want to be married to me anymore, but they won't sign the paperwork. So hopefully I can get them to sign the paperwork soon. Anyways, you guys have a good night. I'm going to be on the backup channel for a week, guys. So we'll be here for the next week until we can... Yeah, but I'll be on tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow during the day. Kami wanted to look at, watch that thing together. So maybe we'll watch something tomorrow. But for sure tomorrow night, we'll be back on here. And I'm going to go clean up. Tomorrow I'm going to work on my scooter since I'm not going to LA. And do eBay stuff. As you can see, I've been moving my boxes around again. They always get moved around, these damn boxes. You keep going back to Tennessee, huh? I just want to be in Texas where I can just shoot stuff. I want to buy some guns. I want to buy a lot of guns. And to be honest with you, if I fix this house up, spend like 20, 30 grand on this house, I could sell it for 150. And I don't owe any money on my house. So if I fix it up and spend the 20, 30 grand to sell it for 150, then I could buy a nice house over there, right? Yeah, I'll send you some sketches in the morning too, Carson. Definitely. And I have to call back my friend that called tonight. My angel mom is worried about me. So, alright guys. Yeah, what if I just buy some land over there somewhere? That's what I was thinking. If I bought commercial property, say if I just bought a small warehouse, because what they told me here in Madera, when I wanted to do this looking for high internet speed, they said, oh, just go get yourself in an industrial park. So if I could buy a small building in an industrial park or something, I could get the high-speed internet I need. And if it's, I could just park my trailer there, live in my trailer till I bought a house. Something to think about. Something to think about, because I don't mind living in a mobile trailer for a little bit if I can make money and then buy a nicer house, I don't know, folks. Anyways, you have a good night. I said enough times already good night, so you guys have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.